We are live. We are live. Let me know if you can hear me. Is everything working? Can everybody see me? Blink if you can see me. Let me know. I need everybody to blink in the chat. Blink twice if you can see me. That's the only way I'm going to know if you can see and hear me, if you blink twice in the chat. It's very important. Anyway, hi everybody. A random live stream as promised when I was over streaming Mario Kart over on Twitch. We had a great Mario Kart stream. I see everybody blinking. That's huge. That's a huge accomplishment. You're all blinking. Thank you. Thank you for blinking twice in the chat so that I know you can hear me. There's my buddy Cameron. What's up, Cameron? How are you, my friend? Had Cameron on the channel a couple of times, and everybody loved Cameron. So everyone say hello to Cameron. There's Ruthie, Cooking with Ruthie. Hi, Ruthie. Told you guys I would do more live streams. I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about. There's a lot to talk about, but I didn't know what to title the stream. You know, you always think about, like, how can I title this to get more people to watch? But ultimately, what I've learned is, you know, the people that want to watch you are going to watch you. So it's all good. I did send a parlor. I don't know what to call that because is it a parlay when you send it out? But I did send a parlay on Parlor. I think that's how you would say it. I don't know. Yeah, it's good to see everybody here. Smash the melee button if you do not mind. That is a simple request from a simple man. And I got a swig of water right here. Swig of water for the working man. I do want to talk about the stuff that's going on with Jonathan Isaac, which is absolutely ridiculous, absolutely disgusting. But that's what the far left-wing weirdos are doing right now. They're celebrating someone getting injured because that person doesn't line up with their political ideology. Who all do we have here in the chat? I see people continuing to roll in. Thank you all. By the way, all of the Geeks and Gamers channels are killing it right now. Sports Wars is on fire. Park Hopping is on fire. Gaming with Geeks is on fire. So many good things is going on. And it's really unbelievable that we're getting so much support from so many different places. Revan says, hey, Jeremy, what's up, bro? Thank you for the super chat, Revan. Do appreciate that. Appreciate you. I'm doing good. And thank you for being here. Joshua Sam says, hello, Jeremy. This stream is overrated. It's funny how this argument started over my donation. That said, In-N-Out is overrated and you got mad. In-N-Out is not overrated. In-N-Out is amazing. But Joshua Sam, you know I love you, man. I appreciate your support, and I'm happy anytime you're in there playing some Mario Kart with us. You know, and I love the shit talking that goes back and forth with all of us, and the support you've given so many people like Andrew and myself and everybody on the team. That is awesome. Let's see. We got Matt G says, saw this coming 100 miles away, Sunday night waffles. Thank you, Matt G. Good to have you here, my friend. Tracy Williams says, top 5 favorite Clone Wars arcs. Well, my favorite one is the Wrong Jedi, which is the final arc of you know, season 5. And that's really what separated the Clone Wars for me is the Wrong Jedi. To do my top 5, I mean, honestly, I'd have to reevaluate that because I haven't rewatched the Siege of Mandalore, the final 4 episodes of the final season, and that might rival the Wrong Jedi arc. Holy shit. I mean, I'd have to watch those back to back again to see. And then obviously, the Mortis arc is incredible. The Mortis arc is some of the most powerful stuff you'll ever see in Star Wars. So those are the 3 that just immediately stand out to me. What are people saying in the chat? Still haven't watched the last season, says Lord Crackhead 33. You should, but skip the sisters arc. It is fucking pointless. It is so pointless. It is so bad. Everything Jeremy likes is overrated. I love how many people are carrying over from our Mario Kart stream. That is awesome. And yeah, I'd have to think about overall, though. Those are definitely my top 3 without even thinking about it. And yeah, I'd have to look at everything. But yeah, the Mortis arc is awesome. Jeremy, can I see your toenails? No, you can't see my fucking toenails, Apollo. Christopher Arcilia is here. Hello, Jerman. How you doing? I'm gonna get my Street Fighter 2. Oh, really? Nice. You got to post pictures, man. I mean, people will forward it to me, or you can post it in the forums on Geeks and Gamers. Probably you can just do that in the general gaming chat if you want, or the toys collectibles section. But that is badass. I'd love to see pictures of that. Fenrir Fire is a new member of the channel. Thank you for becoming a new member. Appreciate that. Really do. Christian, what's up, Jeremy? Thoughts on Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2? I've played 1. I have not played all the way through 1, and obviously if I haven't finished 1, I haven't played it 2. But to me, like, the reason I haven't really finished it is I want a better version. So if you play Knights of the Old Republic on an Xbox One X, is that it? It's because the Series X is the next one. Xbox has the worst names. So you have the Xbox One, then you have the Xbox Series, or the Xbox One S, which upgrades a lot of these games a little bit. I mean, it's not like going to be like a remaster per se, but it runs a lot smoother. So on the Xbox One X, Knights of the Old Republic runs even smoother, and it really does make it a far better experience on that system. So that's what I was waiting for, or a remaster. I really would like a remaster because the game is dated. Just like games like Nintendo 64 games, if you go back and play Nintendo 64 games, they're extremely dated. So I really would like to have a better running version, but that doesn't take away from the story that's involved. And I've very much enjoyed everything that I've experienced so far, but I have not finished those games, so I can't give a definitive. Xbox Series X is the next one, but I'm talking about the upgraded Xbox Ones. And the Xbox needs to get their shit straight with names. The names are so bad and so confusing. Yeah, so KOTOR is dated. It really is dated to play through it. And that's not a bad thing, even like, I mean, a lot of N64 games were amazing in their time, and they're still amazing for what they were, but they're very dated. So that's just something that comes with the territory. Geekman, bad. PSN all the way. Hey, I'm sitting here with my PlayStation 4, okay? I got a PlayStation 4. I've got a PlayStation 4. I play Titanfall on my PlayStation 4 all the time. What do I prefer out of PlayStation and, Xbox? I mean, it's kind of a wash. I mean, ultimately, I preferred the 360 over the PS3 because of the 360 controller I felt was better. And at the time, for the majority of that run, the 360 seemed to have more of the gamers. It had more of the hardcore gamers, it felt like. But ultimately, the PS3 won that generation. And then I really liked the Xbox One controller when it first came out, but they finally redesigned the PlayStation controller, and I really started to really get comfortable with the PlayStation 4 controller. Let me see. And there's our boy Lethal Lightning. Do a live stream of the Star Wars games. Well, I'm going to be doing a live stream. I'm going to be streaming Titanfall 2 multiplayer very soon. I don't expect a lot of people are going to watch that because nobody plays Titanfall 2 anymore. But I love Titanfall 2 unconditionally, and I love wrecking fools in multiplayer. So this week on the Twitch channel, I'm going to be streaming that. Let me see. Revan says that when I play KOTOR PC, it's so lag, I have to fix it. Yeah. I mean, it's a dated game, but that doesn't take away from the greatness for sure. What is my relationship with Angry Joe? I don't have any relationship with Angry Joe. How do I view Angry Joe as a YouTuber? I like Joe. I've always, I mean, he's an OG YouTuber. So I like Angry Joe, and I've had my differences with him over the years. And but I respect Joe a lot. So sometimes he has takes that I don't agree with, but I respect his place in the OG YouTube world. Covenant says, Jeremy, ever played Chrono Trigger on the SNES? Best ever. Chrono Trigger is definitely one of the single greatest games ever made. The music, the experience, the story. I played Chrono Trigger back in the day, during the SNES heyday. The Super Nintendo is my favorite video game system ever. And Chrono Trigger is one of the greatest experiences ever. No doubt about that. That is inarguable. It's inarguable. Where are we at? Jeremy, was Beyonce at one point likable when she was with Destiny's Child? I don't think so. I just think that Beyonce is one of the most talentless and unlikable human beings that has ever existed. I think Brie Larson is more likable than Beyonce. I respect Brie Larson more than I respect Beyonce. If that puts it in perspective right there. And that's says a lot, actually. I really, 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 really do not like Beyonce. I really don't. Edward Coleman, Jeremy, please join the BWO before it's too late. You and your channel submit or be submitted to the Brie World Order. Brie World Order is real. It is real. If joining the Brie World Order means that I get to continue to, just tell everyone how much I dislike Beyonce, I might consider it. Celebrity Jeremy, I'm not much of a gamer, but I do like my Xbox 360 Star Wars edition. Yeah, I've got the R2D2 edition, and it's awesome. And but yeah, I respect that. Nigerian Prince Jeremy says Beyonce can't scam kids like Brie can. Darth Vader, Jeremy, I was watching The Dark Knight, and it's my all-time favorite, and the great Christopher Nolan. I am glad he doesn't get into identity politics like the rest of Hollywood. Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you, Darth Vader. The Dark Knight is one of the greatest movies ever made. That is a undeniable, objective fact, and I do not accept any answers other than to praise The Dark Knight for its all-time greatness. It is among my favorite movies of all time. I saw it 10 times in theaters. And you can't put into words how great The Dark Knight is. If you want to criticize The Dark Knight Rises, I'll understand that. That movie has some issues for sure. I still like The Dark Knight Rises, but a lot. But I understand the problems with The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight is a damn near perfect movie. Revan says, very soon I'm getting Darth Revan lightsaber from Ultra Sabers, and it's going to have everything in it and rechargeable. Hell yeah. That sounds awesome, dude. I've got an Ultra Saber somebody sent me back in the corner over there, and they are awesome. They are awesome. We have 600 people here. Thank you. Smash the melee button if you do not mind. That's a simple request from a simple man. We've got the swig of water here. We've got some mods in the chat. I saw Justin Proper. I saw Lethal Lightning. I saw Krista Nova. I see Ruthie. So many of others are probably here that I missed, but I do appreciate all of you being here. Sasha Tech, what's going on, Sasha Tech? Good to see you here. Marvel or Star Wars? Star Wars. I mean, not Disney Star Wars, but all right. And Dark Knight Trilogy is masterpiece. Casting was perfect. Directing was flawless. Absolutely. I agree. And I think that, I'll say Batman Begins, honestly, is probably a better Batman movie than The Dark Knight, but The Dark Knight is a slightly better movie, if that makes sense. I do think the Batman Begins is a better Batman movie in its own, but The Dark Knight's just a better overall movie. Where are we at? Ryan, playing a fan-made Chrono Trigger sequel as we speak. Really? What's it called? Because we do have Chrono Cross, which is kind of a sequel, or follow-up. So, and Chrono Cross has, man, the opening cinematic of Chrono Cross is truly, so wonderful. Chrono Cross overall, it definitely doesn't hold up, but the opening cinematic and the opening music for Chrono Cross is fucking amazing. If you have not seen it, you need to Google that right now. If I wouldn't get hit with a claim, we would watch it right now. But the opening cinematic and the theme for Chrono Cross, unbelievable. Watch that when you get time. You will thank me later. John Talks Nothing for a $2 super chat. That's funny. Sasha Tech for your thumbnail. Absolute classic. Well, thank you, Sasha Tech. I need to go back and I can't remember who made this. Can't remember who made this thumbnail. I need to credit them. Next time, put your little watermark on there, but I can't remember. It was during Friday Night Tights, I believe, is when this was made. Christian says, thoughts on Tom Hanks moving to Greece? That's a touchy subject. I don't know for sure, and I'm gonna be I'm gonna dance around certain things here. I don't know for a fact that Greece has in fact implemented the laws that it's being claimed. They might, but there's a lot of stuff around Tom Hanks going on and a lot of discussions. And for him and Rita apparently moving over to Greece is very interesting, with a lot of the news out there that Greece has made certain laws that they can maybe benefit from based on what's being said. But that's all speculation. And I'm just letting you know it's all speculation. But it's very interesting. It's very interesting indeed. So if you want to look that up, you can. But I'm not going to speculate any further on that particular topic here on this channel. But it's interesting. Very interesting. And it's an interesting rabbit hole to go down. Revan, I'm wondering if there's any Star Wars news. I mean, the Star Wars news that's out there is speculative stuff, which is fine. That's been around for as long as Star Wars has been around. There's always been speculation. There's always been theories, rumors, things like that. You know, and here's the thing. A lot of these fucking Star Wars channels that grew their platform, a lot of these fucking Star Wars channels, and I'll say their names because unlike them, I don't mind specifically saying their names. Star Wars Explained and the Hello Greedos of the world. Those types of channels. They had no problem building their channel off of fake theories that never actually happened. They put shit in their thumbnail about Snoke being Plagueis and all this other bullshit. Even Collider did all that shit. And they got hundreds of thousands of views, sometimes millions of views off speculation on shit that never fucking happened. And there's no problem with that, by the way. I don't have a problem with that. God bless you, man. Talk about any rumors that are out there. There's no real issue with that. But they have a problem when people talk about rumors that they don't like because they're the rumor police. Because they say you can only talk about rumors if we find them acceptable. You can't talk about rumors if we find them to be hurtful or that they're not respectful towards the mouse. Well, fuck them, okay? It's what we do. It's what fans do. It's what Star Wars fans have been doing forever and a day. And all of these channels that decided to kiss up to Disney during build up to The Force Awakens. And look, I mean, I was just as excited as anybody for The Force Awakens, post Force Awakens and after. But I don't see what the problem is. You built your channel off of a bunch of bullshit that never fucking happened. It was all speculation based on nothing. Based on something that some guy said on the internet. But you have a problem when other people talk about rumors. It's very interesting how that works, isn't it? It is indeed. So for right now, there's really no Star Wars news outside of speculation and things like that. So Ross Gecko says, aside from erasing the sequel trilogy and replacing Kathleen Kennedy, what can Disney do right now to begin fixing Star Wars? What would you do? Well, again, you've already told me, like, aside from erasing sequel trilogy and replacing Kathleen Kennedy, what can Disney do right now to begin fixing Star Wars? What would I do? But if you're tying my hands already by saying what would I do, but you're limiting me by saying that Kathleen Kennedy has to stay and the sequel trilogy has to stay. Now, I don't really have a problem with the sequel trilogy staying. in terms of how I can handle that. I can still clean I can still clean Star Wars up with the sequel trilogy still existing. You could do anything. You could do an X-Men Days of Future Past situation. You could do a situation where you just moved 200 years into the future where all the characters involved with the sequel trilogy are gone, and you could, in theory, do a soft reboot in that way and just move Star Wars in the right direction. But if Kathleen Kennedy is still there, then I just refuse to take the job, is essentially what I'm saying. So let's just pretend Disney comes to me and says, hey, Jeremy, we want you to fix Star Wars, okay? We want you to fix Star Wars, but we got to keep Kathleen Kennedy because we can't fire the whammon because it'll make us look bad. I would say, fuck you, fuck that, and fuck Kathleen Kennedy. I will not work when this woman is anywhere near Star Wars. I want her gone, and I want to have a restraining order against her to where she cannot come within 500 miles of any Star Wars production for the rest of her life. And the only way she would be able to come near a Star Wars production in the event of maybe it's business or maybe, family situation, she would have to get the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, to sign off on a waiver allowing her to come within 500 miles of a Star Wars production. That would be my take on that. As long as that woman's there, I ain't going near it. Don't want nothing to do with it. Swig of water for the working man. Okay. But yeah, as far as that though, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy has to go. She has to go. Hey, John Cooper. If you actually paid attention, you would know that I've already said I don't believe George Lucas is coming back. So, John Cooper, what you need to do, okay, is you need to go ahead and bend over and get ready for your boyfriend strap on because the grown men are actually talking around here, John Cooper, okay? So shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, and learn a thing or two, okay? All right, so Joshua Sam says, Ahsoka Tano is overrated. Ahsoka Tano is overrated. No, she's not. Ahsoka is an amazing character. An amazing character. Let me see. But that's a joke coming off of our Mario Kart stream from earlier. Brody Weaver says, giving money to my favorite dude. I found you from your personal channel and haven't missed a video since. Keep it up, man. You deserve every sub. Thank you, Brody Weaver. I appreciate that, man. That's really cool. I do appreciate that. I don't do a lot on my personal channel, but I need to, but it's just like, man, we have so many things going on right now. Sports Wars is blowing up, Park Hoppin's doing well, Gaming with Geeks doing well, the Twitch channel's doing well, the website's doing well, obviously the main channel's doing well. And I just, the thing that's kind of not getting the attention it needs is my personal channel, but I do appreciate that. I'm happy that you're enjoying the content, man. Queasy, what's up, Queasy? Thanks for being a real one, Jeremy. Come to New Orleans one day. Beers on me, my guy. Hashtag Abby Smash. Right on, man. I love going to New Orleans. It's a beautiful place. For a long time, I didn't like New Orleans, but then I started just appreciating the history there and certain atmosphere, and the food is fantastic. Food is fantastic. It is unbelievably good. So, yeah. So thank you, man. I appreciate that. And thank you for the offer, man. We'll keep that in mind once everything gets freed up. Revan, is the Force female or is it an entity? It is an entity. It's not female. Everybody knows that. That's what Kathleen Kennedy is, a fucking moron. Like, she is a fucking moron. And, the Force is just this all powerful energy. And for anybody to insinuate that it has a gender, it just shows how clueless Kathleen Kennedy really is. Alex, let's see, Ross Gecko, Kathleen Kennedy is fired. You're in charge. What's your move? Okay, now we're talking. If Kathleen Kennedy is fired and I'm in charge, what do? I call George Lucas up and I apologize. And I say, George, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm apologizing for the prequel hate that you got because I personally love the prequels. I appreciate the prequels. And I appreciate the ideas behind the prequels. Kathleen Kennedy screwed everything up. I'm not asking you to come back and just return in full force. You're 76 years old. So I totally understand that you're not really worried about coming back into this and, taking over. What I would like for you to do is please share with me the sequel trilogy outline that you initially gave Disney and Kathleen Kennedy. And then I would like for us to make some tweaks, because ultimately what I would like to do is move us around 200 years into the future of the Star Wars universe and move completely away from the sequel trilogy and really kind of do a soft restart. Obviously, we won't have Han, Luke, and Leia, but we can still talk about Han, Luke, and Leia in the ways that they need to be treated and respected and revered in this universe. And so that's essentially what I'm doing at that point. I'm also getting rid of anybody. I'm going to call everybody at Lucasfilm and I'm going to ask them point blank. I'm going to ask them. I'm like, if I don't care what your politics are, I could care less. It doesn't matter to me. All right. But my question is what about me and the fact that I am a Donald Trump supporter? Does it bother you that you are working for a Donald Trump supporter? Can you sleep at night? Can you rest your little head at night knowing that your boss supports the president of the United States of America? And if they even give me any indication that they are one of these weirdos that can't handle that, then I will send them packing, because I'm not here to be worrying about what my political opinions are and how they make you lose sleep at night. If you can't handle somebody else's political opinion, you don't need to fucking be here. You need to get the fuck out, and you need to learn to accept opposing opinions. If you can't accept opposing opinions, then you got a lot of problems that I can't deal with. And I'm not here to babysit. I'm here to run a business. I'm here to rebuild Star Wars, and I'm here to clean up Kathleen Kennedy's bullshit. That's what I'm here to do. So again, it's not about your politics. I don't care what yours are. Can you deal with mine? Because I can deal with yours. And if you can't deal with mine, then you don't need to be here. And that's an easy way to get a lot of the far left weirdos out of there, because listen, when I ran Geeks and Gamers for so long, again, it's easy to think Geeks and Gamers just came out of nowhere. Geeks and Gamers has been here since 2012. 2012, okay? 2018 is when we started getting traction, okay? I never spoke publicly about my support for Donald Trump. I never did, because I knew that it would give me a lot of people losing their fucking minds and going fucking crazy, okay? But late 2017, early 2018 is when I decided I am not going to be scared of my political opinion. I'm not going to allow people to be offended because my political opinion doesn't line up with theirs. So when I went public as a Donald Trump supporter, I had about 7 or 8 people that were part of my Geeks and Gamers team, writers, editors, and they all quit Geeks and Gamers immediately. They knew I was a Trump supporter privately. Okay, they knew I was one privately, but when I publicly came out as a Trump supporter, they all quit, and then they all said horrific things. Some of them are still saying these things about me today, things that are not true, trying to slander me, trying to say that I am this and that and the other, all because they have to now explain to their far left weirdos, how were you associated with a Donald Trump supporter? How could you do that? And it's fucking insane. Fucking insane. These people are fucking insane right now. Okay? So that is ultimately, in 2020, that is how you ultimately define a person. Not who they voted for. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care who you support. I don't care. What I care about is, can you understand and appreciate and respect that other people disagree with you? And if you can't, then I don't need to be affiliated with you in any capacity whatsoever. That is what it comes down to. That is some red pills. So swig of water for all the people that aren't bitches out there and that can respect other people's political opinions. Okay, so that's kind of essentially what I do. And appreciate the question. That was a good question right there. Okay, where are we at? Jeremy says, Alex Slusher. Jeremy, I don't know if you're a big DS player, but you should check out Star Wars: The Clone Wars Jedi Alliance. It's a very underrated game and needs more love. I still play it to this day, and it's fun. I have a DS, but I don't play handheld video game systems. I mean, they're not my cup of tea. They're just not. They never have, and I bought them because I want to support Nintendo, and I bought them for like Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart 7, but I just don't play handheld games. I don't play my Switch in the handheld mode. It's just not what I do. I'm a console gamer, so I like to have a controller in my hand, and I like to have the TV in front of me, and that's how I like to play games. But I have nothing against it. It's just not for me. But I'm glad you enjoy it for sure, man. Ord's Board, just want to say hello, brother. Don't ever stop. Thank you, Ord's Board. Good talking to you the other day on Thomas Gilkey's celebration stream, man. That is awesome. That is great. Appreciate you, man. Darth Vader says, it's funny, man. When you first were on YouTube, I was lost with The Last Jedi until I found you, bro. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It was tough, man. Like, you know, all the people that don't like me, that try to discredit me, to try to say all this shit about me, like they say that and again, this is their revisionist history, which is a far left tactic that we see constantly. Revisionist history, okay? When I started criticizing The Last Jedi, this channel had 800 subs. And that was over 4 years. We gained 800 subs in 4 years, okay? When I decided before The Last Jedi came out, because I was just thinking The Last Jedi was going to be fucking great. I was just like in La La Land. I was like, The Last Jedi is going to be amazing. You know, I was all in. I was all in on Disney Star Wars. I was all in. So I decided in late 2017, though, I'd already told my team, like, I'm like, guys, I have been like politically correct and buttoned up as the leader of Geeks and Gamers for years, and it's gotten me nowhere. It's gotten us no traction. And I think I'm just going to stop caring what people think and just give my honest opinions. I'm not going to try to ride the fence anymore. So I made this decision before The Last Jedi came out that I was going to start speaking my mind and being more clear about where I stood on issues. And some of that was going to be political and all of that stuff. So The Last Jedi comes out, and I was not going to accept that I didn't love the movie. I was in La La Land. I never hated a Star Wars movie. I even defend the prequels. And I've challenged people that hated the prequels so many years. I was like, I always fought against the people that hate the prequels. Always. Now, again, I'm not saying the prequels are perfect, because Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones is not perfect. It's absolutely not perfect. Revenge of the Sith is pretty fucking close to being amazing, though. I mean, I love Revenge of the Sith. Objectively, though, there's some issues there, but they don't bother me. But I love the prequels, and I have fought for the fucking prequels so many times. Like, let me show you a video, okay? Now, the people that don't like me will tell you that I have never followed Star Wars. They say I just followed Star Wars for the hate clicks, okay? That's what they'll tell you. Because they don't do any fucking research, because it's all about revisionist history with these fucking nut jobs. Okay, so they'll tell you Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers never cared about Star Wars until he could profit off of it from the Last Jedi hate. Okay, so of course, look at this dude. Okay, this is me. This is me in 2015. This was one of the first videos I ever made on YouTube, by the way. Okay. This is one of the first things I ever made on YouTube, and I fucking tired of the prequel hate. I go so tired of people hating on the prequels. I'm like, shut the fuck up, hating on the fucking prequels. John Campea, Simon Pegg, Collider, always hating on the fucking prequels, okay? So I made this video, all right? And here's the video right here. Same fucking hat, by the way. I haven't changed much, clearly. But this is from 2015, okay? So I'm having to call. Okay. So Simon Pegg does yet another interview where he has to hate on the prequels. What is that now? Do you have a quota that you have to meet every month? Do you and your prequel haters, you cool guys, do you have a talking point
like manual that you guys read up on, and you have a certain quota, like, hey, I'm doing 7 interviews this month, so I've got to hate on the prequels, 52.5% of the time of each interview I do, how does that work exactly? I'm just curious, because all of you prequel haters, you're all the same. You all just have to bitch about a movie that was made, 10, 15 years ago at this point? If you don't like it, then shut up about it. Just shut up about it. We get it. You don't like it. You're in a little cool club of people who we don't like a certain amount of movies.
So
cool
bad.
Beans.
This is so
great.
bad.
Congratulations on that. There's a lot of movies I don't like. There's a lot of movies a lot of people don't like. But 10, 15 years later, we're not crying about it. We're on the cusp of getting a brand new Star Wars trilogy from J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson and whoever that damn guy is that directed Jurassic World, Colin Trevorrow. We're on the cusp of that. And you want to spend your time talking about how much you hate the prequels. We're getting a Star Wars land built, and you want to talk about how much you hate the prequels. We're getting Rogue One. We're getting spin-off films for Star Wars. We're fixing to get Battlefront, and you want to complain about how much you hate the prequels. Guess what? The reason we're here today on the cusp of The Force Awakens is because the prequels happened. Why don't you think about the bigger picture here? Yeah, the prequels did have problems. Nobody is saying they didn't. Episode 1 is boring. I liked it, but it had some really boring parts. Jar Jar's annoying, that's fine. So are the Ewoks. Darth Maul was cool, but he died real quick. So did Boba Fett. Attack of the Clones could have been really good, but Hayden Christensen's acting was really bad. I still like the movie. Revenge of the Sith is fantastic. But whatever my personal opinions of those movies are, whatever happened, the legacy of those movies are they got us to where we're at. And I'm happy about that. The reason we got Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy is because Batman and Robin happened, and it stunk up everything.
Okay, I can't keep watching. You guys can go to my D-Day Cobra channel and watch that if you want. But the point is the people that don't like me, they will tell you that I've never liked Star Wars. I never liked Star Wars until I could profit from it. And the reality of it is when I first watched The Last Jedi, again, that guy right there fucking loves Star Wars. That guy had fought for Star Wars constantly. That guy was defending Star Wars no matter what, okay? And I think that just gives more strength to my position now. People can take shit that I said from fucking years ago or whatever, and they can put it out of context. But the point is, how can you say I never cared about Star Wars, but then you continue to bring up videos about where I clearly cared about Star Wars? Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because this led us into me seeing The Last Jedi. Now, when I first saw The Last Jedi, I tried to ignore the obvious. Because why? Because the guy that spent years defending the prequels, the guy that was always trashing John Campea and Simon Pegg and all these fucking prequel haters, that guy couldn't hate a Star Wars movie. How the fuck can I hate a Star Wars movie? How can I be the guy that hates a Star Wars movie? Eventually, it got to the point where, I was like, God damn, this movie's fucking terrible. And, that is when I started being very vocal about identity politics and how Hollywood was treating minorities and women. And I knew that was going to get me a lot of kickback. I knew that was going to get me a lot of people coming at me. And then you add the fact that I was publicly stating that I supported Donald Trump as president. And this created a lightning rod of hate that I was dealing with. Now, at the time, I didn't have a big following. I didn't have anybody watching my videos. I didn't have any subscribers. So when I made that decision, I had no support. So I just felt like I was walking into a hornet's nest of hatred. And ultimately, luckily for me, there was a lot of people that agreed with me. But it's easy to have revisionist history to say Jeremy profited off of all of this. At the time, I had no idea that my channel was going to take off. I had no idea. I was very nervous that I was walking into the deep end of the water and not knowing how to swim. Ultimately, more people agreed with me than I believed, and I'm thankful for that. But fuck all those motherfuckers that will say Jeremy never cared about Star Wars, all this stuff, where there's plenty of evidence to support that I very much cared about Star Wars and very much defended the prequels and George Lucas. And I will always defend George Lucas because he gave us Star Wars. And you might can disagree with some of his choices, but ultimately he fucking gave us Star Wars. And I love George Lucas, and George Lucas is an amazing, creative mind. And obviously he got to a point in the prequels where he was surrounding himself with a lot of people that weren't going to necessarily, challenge his views or challenge his decisions. And that's an unfortunate situation that we found ourselves in, but there's a lot to love about the prequels. Anyway, that is a response to Darth Vader's super chat. So thank you for that super chat, Darth Vader. You never know what the hell a question is going to lead me in. There's no telling where I will end up going. But this is why I need to do more live streams, because I think a lot of people do enjoy this. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. We got 950 people in here. Can we break 1,000? That would be awesome at nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, my time, 2 o'clock on the East Coast. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate that. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. Simple request from a simple man. DM says, any hope for a Star Wars reboot done right and right? The sequel. Don't forget the sequel, the Diz sequel. I don't think a reboot's going to happen. I don't think that is in the realm of possibility. I really don't. Let me see. But I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with so many things right now. I don't think a reboot's going to happen. I think the only thing that can happen is a soft reboot, and that is my idea of moving Star Wars 200 years into the future. That way, Rise Skywalker will be dead, and all of the remnants of the sequel trilogy will be gone, and we can just move forward properly in a galaxy far, far away. Where are we at? Vukasin Zabison, is it just me or Jeremy look like Brie Larson? Do I look like Brie Larson? Roy McClure, God damn it, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Roy McClurg says, I know this is sports, but what's your take on all the players opting out for the NFL season? I've accepted that the NFL season, college football season, Major League Baseball, NBA, it's all just going to have an asterisk next to it. I can't see these seasons being legitimate. And I think that a lot of the nonsense going on in the media right now, again, is there something to be, again, this is my opinion. There's something to be concerned about with the virus. I don't think that that's, debatable. There's something to be concerned about. Do I think it's being overplayed by the media? Yes. Do I think it's being politicized? Yes. Do I think this has to do with an election in November? Absolutely. In the ways that it's being responded to. But there is something to be concerned about, and I think that needs to be noted. I am taking all the precautions that, my local, state, and government wants me to take. I, wear a mask where I'm supposed to wear a mask. I sanitize my hands. I do anything that's asked of me because I try to be a respectable, law-abiding citizen. But when I see the mainstream media constantly making a big hoopla over a fucking family having a barbecue in their backyard and the police have to come, yet we have fucking protesters going out in the street and destroying businesses, and the mainstream media doesn't say a goddamn word about wearing masks and social distancing, something's fucking wrong with that picture. Something is fucking wrong when Gary from Nerdrotic's wife can't run her fucking business in the state of California. But it's okay to go out and protest and destroy businesses where hardworking people have developed such a great business for themselves. But because, the government says they can't open, but it's okay. It's okay to destroy fucking property. There's no social distancing. There was no problem with the lack of that. But you wanna have a barbecue in your backyard? No, we're gonna call the police. Fuck off. Swig of water. Swig of fucking water. It just pisses me off, man. So as far as the NFL players opting out, I mean, I look at it as I don't take sports very seriously this year, unfortunately. That is the sad reality of where we are right now. So thank you, Roy McClurg. You are very supportive of this channel, and you've sent some very generous super chats, and I do appreciate that very much, sir. Let's see. Kazin YC says forced representation will do fine. No, it won't. What are some type of blue check mark? What are you some type of blue check mark and typing away? I'm alpha. Wokeness don't work for me. Only good storytelling. Keep up the great work, Jeremy. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. And yeah, you know, again, normal, everyday people don't think about identity politics. Normal people, you know, don't have conversations based on race and gender. Normal people don't watch movies and judge the representation in it. Normal people look for good shit. You know, how many of you have normal, regular jobs? Most of you, right? Okay. And when you are on your job and you go to the break room and you have a conversation with your coworker, how many times have you had a conversation with your coworker on your 15-minute break at your, you know, factory job or your retail job or whatever? And you said, hey man, did you go see that movie last week, you know, with so-and-so? And how many times has your coworker said, yeah, I saw it, but I was really bothered by the lack of representation. I didn't see any people of color, and I didn't see any strong female representation. That conversation has never happened. Not one time has someone at a job had a real conversation with someone who fucking criticized the movie for not having a strong female lead. No one has ever had that conversation. The only people that have that conversation are the people on Twitter that sit at home all day and sit on social media and look for shit to be offended over. Those are the people. And those people are not normal people, and they don't represent everyday people. It doesn't matter. You know, I have never watched the NBA and said, I need more white guys, or I don't feel like I'm properly represented. I don't give a fuck about having more white people in the NBA. I just want to see fucking good basketball players. I don't give a shit about them being white. Okay? I grew up a Michael Jordan fan. Larry Bird was there. Larry Bird's one of the greatest players of all time. I didn't fucking cheer for Larry Bird because he was white. Michael Jordan was my guy. I was a Jordan guy. At no point was it all about, well, I got to cheer for the white guy, and I need the white guy to win so I can feel more represented. No fucking body talks about this shit. Nobody. Not one single normal thinking person has that conversation. You know it, and I know it. It's just a fact. So yeah, I mean, growing up, one of my favorite players was Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham, quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was amazing. There were plenty of white quarterbacks in the NFL, but I liked Randall fucking Cunningham. It had nothing to do with color of skin. No, normal people don't think like this shit. So anyway, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Again, you guys are getting me going on all kind of places, man. It's crazy. Darth Revan lightsabers can change color is badass. Dude, you got to email me pictures when you get it. Jeremy at geeksandgamers.com. Email me pictures. I want to see it. Ross Gecko, hats off. Great answer on Star Wars. Thoughts on Mike Zero? I find him entertaining, but feel he literally fabricates the rumors whole for views. I mean, I really like Mike Zero. I don't know Mike Zero. I like Mike Zero for one single soul. There's one reason that I like Mike Zero. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. He will put anything out there and he doesn't give a shit. And I respect that. I have no hate for Mike Zero whatsoever. He doesn't care. And that's just that's what I love about him. Do I believe half the shit that the guy posts? No. but I don't care. He doesn't give a shit. So that's why I respect Mike Zero. I respect him a lot. Boss Theory, list of IPs you'd retcon. Feminism and race peddling has destroyed story writing pop culture. Public voices kneel to social sham these days. List the IPs I would retcon right now off the top of my head. I mean, obviously Star Wars, Terminator, and not really for identity politics reasons, but Transformers. Now, to be clear, the most recent Transformers, arguably my favorite one, and it had a female lead. It was a great movie, but I think the Transformers, the cinematic universe just needs to be completely started over. I think there's a lot of good elements that Michael Bay introduced, especially in the first movie. But I would definitely reboot that. But again, not for identity politics reasons, because I really enjoyed the most recent Transformers movie, Bumblebee. I thought it was great. Obviously, Ghostbusters. And those are just off the top of my head. But I mean, even like X-Men, we're at a point where X-Men needs a hard reboot right now, especially the direction they're going. I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe needs a hard reboot. I think we just need to start over completely and recast and get as close to what they did last time with, younger characters. Because obviously, I mean, look, I don't want Chris Evans to go away as Captain America. I think he's as identifiable as Captain America as Christopher Reeve is Superman or Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. But it's clear we need a reboot. DC needs a reboot. DC needs to get cleaned up. DC is a fucking mess. We've got a Batman movie being developed by Matt Reeves. We've got the Snyder Cut that's coming out on HBO Max. We've got TV shows. DC's a fucking mess. So, it's, there's a lot, but those are just the top of my head. And just to be clear, I am a fan of Terminator Salvation. I am not telling you it's a great movie. I'm just telling you, I love Terminator Salvation. I love how it looks. I think McGee did a good job on it. Christian Bale is my favorite actor. I thought Sam Worthington was good. I really loved Terminator Salvation. And I understand that's probably a unpopular opinion, but I enjoyed Terminator Salvation. Very much so. Ruthie, thank you for dropping the P.O. box in the chat. We got over 1,000 people here. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. My name is Jeremy. I am the owner of geeksandgamers.com. If you have not visited geeksandgamers.com in a few months, please go over there and check it out. We have rebuilt the entire website. We put a lot of money, time, effort, and energy into it. You can create a profile now. You can have your own blog. You can be in the forums. And then for $10 a month is all we ask. You can become a premium member. As a matter of fact, tomorrow afternoon, Krista Nova goes live for our premium members to play Grand Theft Auto, and it's going to be fun. Also, yours truly and Andrew, who's probably still live on Twitch right now, will be playing Mario Kart with our premium members, and you can join the Discord call. We're still working on that announcement, so we will get that out to all of the premium members in the near future. Plus, you got Drunk Souls with Drunk 3PO and Mark the Cyborg playing Dark Souls, and we got more coming your way. So thank you all for that. I appreciate it. And swig of water for the working man, because I've been talking a lot. Let me see. Where are we at? Let's be frank. I appreciate your passion, Jeremy. Keep it up. Your Geeks and Gamers inspired me in my own YouTube journey. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. There's no real way that you can define how someone's going to inspire you to create your own channel or your own brand. I was on a stream last night with Thomas Gilkey, and Thomas has been a longtime supporter of this channel, and it was his 500 sub stream. And, there was a lot of people on that stream that pointed to me who said I am their inspiration for what they've, created with their channels. And for everybody that was inspired by me, I was inspired by people too. And as much as I'm not a fan of John Campea anymore, John Campea had a lot to do with inspiring me to create, my YouTube channel and my brand and my team at Geeks and Gamers. John Campea was a huge inspiration to me, as was Christian Harloff and a lot of people at Collider. So, you never know who's going to have any impact on you as to taking that step. But, I'm happy that I've been able to inspire a few people to, take that journey. And I wish you all the best. I'm not intimidated by anybody's channels growing or, getting bigger than this one. It's never been about that for me. I'm sarcastic as hell a lot of times, but ultimately I'm like right now, Josiah, who's been with me forever. Josiah is growing faster than I've ever grown. I have never seen growth on this channel like Josiah is seeing on his personal channel right now. He's getting like 4,000 subs a day. He's absolutely killing it. I talked to him on the phone today, and I just let him know how proud I was of him and how, he deserves it. Nobody deserves this success more than Josiah. Josiah is a legitimate, good human being, a good family man, and he's a great guy. He's a great, great guy. And no one deserves that more than Josiah. We've got Ryan blowing up, on his channel, and, so many other people that, are doing their thing. So I'm really proud of them. But Josiah, man, he is killing it right now. And he's on fire, and I love it. Carissa Lutton Movie Talk. Any advice for someone starting a review channel and trying to decide if they want to speak out about their political opinion or keep it mainstream? Well, that's a good question, Carissa. I kind of talked about that a little bit earlier, where in my experience as someone that has had this brand Geeks and Gamers for a long time, since 2012, and it's evolved. At first it was a video game tournament company, and then we just moved into more of a social media thing. Then we created the website, and then we created the YouTube channel, and now we've moved into where we're kind of we got all kind of stuff going on. But somewhere in that journey is where I had to decide if I was going to be comfortable sharing my political opinions. And, it's a tough decision you have to make, because you have to be prepared for people that are in your lives to turn their backs on you. That it will happen. It happened to me. People that have my phone number, people that I have invited to my home, people that I have been on trips with going out of town, literally turn their back on me, all because I publicly said that I was a Donald Trump supporter. These people have spent the last several years trashing me, making up things about what it was like to be part of Geeks and Gamers, all because they had to create a monster, a boogeyman in me to justify to their weirdo far left-wing supporters that how could you affiliate with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers? So you will lose friends over it, no matter what your opinion is, by the way. Even if you say you don't like Trump, you're going to lose friends. So I don't know what your political opinion is. I'm assuming it's probably along the lines of mine, but I don't know that for sure, Carissa. But it's a tough thing to decide on. But ultimately, what I have learned is you are always going to get criticism, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what your opinion is. So if you're going to get criticism, if you're going to get hate, then you might as well get the hate for being true to yourself. That is ultimately how I've come to grips with all of it, because it was frustrating to me when I'm like, I'm trying to make everyone happy. I'm trying to be politically correct. I'm trying not to be, divisive, and people are still fucking mad. So now I'm just like, well, if you're going to get fucking mad, then I'm going to have some fun with it. I'm going to enjoy your tears. I'm going to enjoy your anger. I'm going to enjoy your squealing, and I'm going to monetize it. So that's how I looked at it. And there's Carissa right there, says, I'm white, straight, Christian, conservative. I've already lost friends. I hear you on that. So I would just say, be true to yourself, ultimately, is what it comes down to. Be comfortable with it, because no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you are going to get criticism. So you might as well be true to yourself. That's ultimately the best advice I can give you. So good luck. I wish you all the best luck in the world. And so thank you for the question. I do appreciate that. Darth Who, I finally watched Simon Pegg's series called Spaced. His character in it also disliked episode 1, especially Jar Jar. The series was from 1999 to 2001. Yeah, Simon Pegg never ever shuts up about how much he hates the prequels, dude. It drives me crazy. I mean, good Lord. And I know people have said, like, they brought up those clips where I've said, like, stop complaining about a movie you don't like. It's not about a movie I don't like, and that's what people don't seem to understand. It's not about a movie I don't like. It's about identity politics being overrun, destroying IPs that I care about. This is not about a movie I don't like. I don't like Batman v Superman. I don't talk about it unless I'm trying to troll Ryan Kennel or the Snyder Cut people in a friendly way, but I hate Batman v Superman. But Batman v Superman is not ruined by identity politics or a political narrative. Batman v Superman is just not a good movie. And that's fine if they like it, but I don't. But I don't spend my life talking about Batman v Superman. Star Wars has been ruined because of identity politics and a political-driven narrative that has ruined so many IPs. So you can pull up those clips of me from fucking 5 years ago and try to create some false narrative, but at the end of the day, it's lacking the context. And that's just what people on Twitter do. So, but let me see here. Queasy says, preach, Pastor. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Ord's Board says, I like the Phantom Menace. I don't even mind Jar Jar. I still don't like Jar Jar. I like the prequels, but I still don't like Jar Jar. He's not, I don't hate Jar Jar. I will say that there are Clone Wars episodes where Jar Jar makes them almost unwatchable when they're Jar Jar centric, but I've learned to appreciate Jar Jar, but I can't sit here and tell you that I like him. I don't, but I can tolerate Jar Jar. I tolerate Jar Jar. Let me see here. Space Monkey 0899. Patreon is being sued to oblivion and Steam censors anime light novels. Yeah, Patreon is going through hell right now. I'm kind of touchy with the whole Patreon thing because Patreon is something that I have not paid attention to since I left Patreon. I left Patreon back when they banned Sargon. I walked away from several $1,000s a month. For all the people that say, oh, she just does this for the money. Well, yeah, I do run a fucking business. So yeah, I'm interested in money. But if I was interested in money, I would have stayed on Patreon. I walked away from several $1,000s a month on Patreon. And that hurt. I mean, that was a tough decision, and that did hurt financially. Probably still feeling it today. I mean, if you add up the money that not only that I walked away from, but the money that I probably could have continued to generate, I lost a lot of money. But ultimately, I wasn't comfortable with how they handled the Sargon situation. Now, when I announced that I left Patreon, I made one video on it, I believe, and that was it. And that was the end of it. But my video did okay. I think I had like 40 or 50,000 views, and people told me that they heard from people that also quit Patreon, which affected their Patreon, personally Patreon, because their supporters left, and a lot of those people left because of my video. And so I've kind of just stayed away from the Patreon thing right now. I think it would get a lot of traction, and I could get a lot of traction, especially talking about how I left Patreon. But I don't want to really put a lot of signal boost on it personally, because there are people that I know that they still are like, they're trying to figure out an alternative because they still do rely on Patreon money. And I respect that, because like I said in my video, I'm never going to tell anybody to leave Patreon. That's something you have to decide based on how your circumstances are. So, I appreciate, everybody's situation, and try not to put anybody in a bind. So that's kind of where we're at with it. But yeah, Patreon's fucked, it seems like. And I hope everybody, again, that's why, look, geeksandgamers.com. So like right now, we have a premium subscribers on geeksandgamers.com. And, I don't know if we got too much traffic on the site right now. There we go. So we have a premium, service on geeksandgamers.com. And I've heard from people say, hey, this isn't as functional as, Patreon, or do you have this? And I don't have the infrastructure of Patreon. I obviously don't. I don't have the money to put into that right now. I'm working on it. But the more premium subscribers we can get, then the better experience we can develop for our users. And it's going to take time, and I understand that, but I feel much better about having a a limited service that we're continuing to build right now. I feel better about having a limited service on my own platform than having a fully functional service on someone else's platform that might ban me for having wrongthink. So while I know it's not as easy and as functional and as convenient as Patreon or Subscribestar, I feel more comfortable about having, the ability to control my platform. Where are we at? Let me see. I don't think I'm gonna read that one. I see. Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know if you're trolling me or not, so I'm not going to repeat this super chat. I don't know what you're trying to say there. Jesus says Star Wars is dead. Baby Yoda is not enough to save it. Baby Yoda is not enough to save it. Baby Yoda is enough to make a cute talking point on social media, and it was huge. But it's not. This is not gonna turn the needle. Baby Yoda is not gonna turn the needle. Absolutely not. Christopher Arcilia says, as an avid prequel fan and defender of it, what's your take on the infamous Plinkett reviews of them? I'm interested in hearing your take. Yeah, the Plinkett reviews are infamous. And people I've never fully sat through the Plinkett review. I've sat through enough of it, but yeah, I mean, look, I know the prequels have problems, and I know you can rip these movies apart. My defense of the prequels is more about the ideas involved and not the execution of the ideas, because I understand that the execution is flawed, very flawed, and the dialogue is very flawed as well. But the ideas is really where I'm at with it, and the ideas is what keeps me so entertained with those movies. But I've heard every criticism of the prequels. I've heard all the resistance to the prequels, and I understand it. I just, for me, it's about the ideas. Now, and again, I don't think that any movie needs outside sources to make it better. And if you need outside sources to make it better, then you didn't have a good movie. So let's establish that right now. That's 100%. But with that said, while it doesn't make the prequels better, the Clone Wars does improve the prequels, for me anyway. It improves the entire world. It expands that world. It expands the universe, and it gives you more context to it. And it makes Anakin a much better character. So, again, it doesn't make the movies better, but it does make the experience better for me. So that's where I'm at with it. Angel Chang says, looks like COVID killed the Fast and Furious game. Really? I mean, I know they shut down the Fast and Furious ride at Universal Studios. I mean, I don't even know about a Fast and Furious game, though, and I'm thinking about that. Do I know about that? I don't even know about that. I don't think. Revan says George Lucas is a freaking legend. Yes, he's more than a legend, dude. He's more than a legend. Darth Vader says, good night, Jeremy. Take care. Thank you, Darth Vader. I appreciate that. Joshua Sam says, I saw someone posted a vid ranting about you defending the Splash Mountain ride at Disney World. These people are very ridiculous and dumb. Okay, let me say. So Joshua Sam says, I saw someone posted a video ranting about you defending the slavery ride Splash Mountain at Disney World. These people are very ridiculous and dumb. Can you please send me that link? I would love to respond to that. If you have I don't know if it's a Twitter video or a YouTube video, but if you have that link, please send it to me. Yes, I'm very much defensive of the Splash Mountain ride that has very little to do with the actual movie that these people want to pretend to be offended over. And I did that video over on our Park Hoppin' channel. So actually, I take that back. I did that video on this channel, but we do cover theme parks over on Park Hoppin'. So if you have not subscribed to Park Hoppin' yet, what are you doing? We got nearly 4,000 subs over there. Can we get to 4,000 tonight? Park Hoppin' Geeks and Gamers. That's our theme park channel. Our Sports Wars channel is killing it as well. If you haven't subscribed to that, Gaming with Geeks is also doing really well. And our Twitch channel, Geeks and Gamers, is killing it, man. Like, people seem to think that this main channel at the website or email it to me, Joshua. Geeks and Gamers is not about this main channel. I mean, this main channel is obviously our biggest platform, but it's Like I see people like watching the views on this channel and watching our Social Blade numbers, and they're like, oh, he's struggling. It's like, do you get like this is bigger than one channel? Do you understand that I have a full editorial team? I have an editor-in-chief. I have a writing staff. I have a social media team. I have a sports wars team. I have a gaming team. We have a Twitch channel. Do you understand? We have a park hopping team. Do you understand all the moving parts going on? This is not about one YouTube channel. This is about us building a legitimate brand with different voices, different opinions, and different takes. And at the center of it all is me, the leader, the guy that all of these weirdos say can't deal with different opinions. Then why the fuck do I have a huge team of people that all disagree with me from time to time? Maybe you're just a dumbass, and maybe you don't do any research. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Let me see. Revan, lightsabers are in the lore. There's no, you said you're getting one though. You're getting one built, right? Didn't you say that's what you were getting, Revan? You were getting something built? Did I misunderstand you though? I could have swore you said you were getting one made from Ultra Sabers. And that's what I was saying. Like when you get that saber, send me a picture. Unless I misunderstood you. Mandy Caravicious says, what's your favorite Sega Nintendo wife hentai body pillow? I don't know. I don't know anything about hentai, but or the body pillows. I have a Star Wars regular sized body pillow. I guess it's just Star Wars. But that's it. I don't I don't know anything about that. Lethal Lightning, probably. Lethal Lightning is probably your guy when it comes to that. Let me see. Johnny the Whiz Kid. I saw one person kneel at the anthem at the NHL, and it concerns me. I know it's his right, but I'm worried it'll encourage everyone, and the NHL will go woke. Yeah, I mean, right now, we are in a time where the mob mentality is taking over, and few people actually are brave enough to stand up for what they believe in. And it's sad and it's pathetic, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Just a bunch of weird people, man. And I don't follow the NHL that closely, so I can't speak to it. But I think we're going to actually do a story on that. Ryan was talking to me about it. So we will check that out, and I'll let you know. And we will be following that closely. Blake says, I do think Marvel should stop making movies and just do different universes to go places rather than sticking to a clearly derailing storyline. I mean, right now, like, Marvel, look, you cannot, whether you love or hate the Marvel Cinematic Universe is irrelevant. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has accomplished something that's truly remarkable with what they did. And it ended unbelievably. I mean, I didn't think Endgame was perfect, and I thought it had some issues for sure, but it stuck the landing, and it had a very emotional ending. And Tony Stark's arc is one of the great arcs in the history of movies. And, Chris Evans' Captain America is incredible. They did a wonderful job. I didn't like the MCU that much all the way through. I thought the Avengers was fine. I thought it was better the first time I saw it. The second time, after you come off that high, it's kind of like, it's okay. But Infinity War and Guardians of the Galaxy are my peak of the MCU. But now that we are where we are, I just think the whole thing needs to be restarted completely, because the direction they're moving in is not a good place. It's not a good place with Thor, Love and Thunder. What the fuck are they doing? Everything with Captain Marvel and this whole thing with Valkyrie. It's bad, man. It's really, really bad. So I kind of agree with you to an extent. Adrian says, could you be interested by a content trying to link the overall wokeness to some 70s French scholars mumbo jumbo? Anyway, thanks for your dedication and hard work. Greetings from France. Would you be interested by a content trying to link overall wokeness to some 70s French? I mean, I would be interested to hear more about it. Obviously, I know you're from France, so some of your words are it's hard to understand what sentences you're putting together, which I totally understand. If you want to send me an email, giving more details on that, jeremy@geeksandgamers.com, and let me know, a little more details. I would love to look into that. DM says, I need Wonder Woman 1984 with Gal Gadot. Would you dare to talk politics with that Star Wars girl? I wouldn't. I'm an unapologetic Trump supporter, but welcome other opinions like you. Anna doesn't talk politics, and that's the funny thing about all of the accusations that get thrown against her is she doesn't talk about politics. I don't know Anna's politics. I don't know anything about her politics, and people claim that she's this because she has an opinion, which is stupid. But that's the basis accusations people throw against someone that they disagree with. But yes, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. John Cream says, are those sweatshirts you wear available to purchase anywhere? They look comfortable. This particular one, no. I had this custom made here in town. I would like to have my own personal store. But unfortunately right now we're running through Teespring because I can't handle the production in-house anymore. It's too much work for me or someone on my team to actually take the orders from in-house and then, go to the post office, ship it out. It's a lot. And we have so many moving parts right now. Ultimately, the goal for Geeks and Gamers is to get it to a point where we do have in-house where we handle all of our merchandise in-house, and something like this could be available. But for now, I don't have that option, and I do apologize. Joshua Sam says, I sent the link. All right. Thank you, man. I will check that out a little bit later. Lane Bristow says the $10 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, my friend. Didn't say anything, but you sent that, so thank you. DM, I actually like Brie despite the cringe, for real. And I'm okay with that. If you like Brie Larson, totally okay with me. I don't have a problem with people liking Brie Larson. I have a problem with people that will scream and cry and call you an ist or an ism because you don't like Brie Larson on Twitter. That's my problem with it. Sir Ruin of House Roundhead, I hope you will be okay if Biden wins. Maybe movies and sports will be less woke if it happens. SJWs will still be unsatisfied with the Biden win. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go too far down that road, but it is tough to think about a Joe Biden presidency. That's scary, but it is what it is. We'll see. If the people vote and they want it, then it'll happen. DM says, biggest problem with episode 1 equals they killed off Liam for no reason. Yeah, I mean, that and they underused Darth Maul. I think Darth Maul could have been better utilized and a little less Jar Jar. That would have cured a lot of the problems, I think. Space Monkey 0899, can you add an anime channel? We did have an anime channel once upon a time. I don't know anything about anime. I don't follow anime. But I had an anime team, and ultimately I made the decision to move on from that team. But I did allow that team to take the brand that we created, and they've done a pretty decent job. It's called Anime Lately. You guys can check them out if you want to, and they do a good job. But they've moved on in their own direction, and I'm really proud of what they've done. But they're no longer directly affiliated with us. But Anime Lately doing a great job over there. So those are good guys. Revan says, no, you're right. Sorry, bro. I'm just tired or something. No problem, man. No problem. Yeah, I thought you'd said something to that effect. So that's what I meant by, sending me pictures. So, Preston McTavish, what are your thoughts on Toe Jam and Earl? My gosh, I have not heard about Toe Jam and Earl in a long time. And I played Toe Jam and Earl back in the day, but I honestly do not remember. I remember it being fun, but I can't really give you a actual opinion. It's been so long. Wow, that's crazy. I'll have to look into Toe Jam. I haven't thought about Toe Jam and Earl in a long time. So that's great. That's great. Thank you for that. I'll look further into that. Silva Lucia. What's up, Silva Lucia? Hey, Jeremy, long time no chat. Thoughts on the idea that Jonathan Isaac's knee injury was faked by the NBA to get him off the court, avoid controversy? I don't think so. I watched the play. I think he definitely was hurt. You can watch it, and he's had some injuries in the past. So I I don't think in no way, shape, or form was it a faked injury. Not even close. Douglas Nielsen, and good to see you here, Silva Lucia. Douglas Nielsen, should MCU reboot with a focus on the Fantastic Four, X-Men with Iron Man, etc., recasted, weaved in later? Yeah. I mean, that's a complicated answer because there are rumors that Disney might sell Fox because of everything going on, because Disney's in trouble. I mean, they got a lot of moving parts right now, and the country is pretty much shut down. No movies are being developed. Movie theaters are closed. Theme parks are not running. A lot of problems right now. So it's hard to say that they might want to do that when the reality of it is Fantastic Four and X-Men, might not be part of their plans moving forward. On the surface, if they have, access to those IPs when things get up and running, I like the idea of that. I definitely like the idea of that. But it's complicated moving forward for Disney. Very complicated. Let me see. Final Death Star. Love those Mario Kart prints. Yes, I love those Mario Kart prints. They are so freaking cool. Brings back some memories of Koopa Troopa Beach on the N64. Love that game. Love Mario Kart. And I've got a Mario Kart kind of clip I'm going to upload from our stream the other night, and I'll upload that to the main channel probably tomorrow. And then programming note, again, Krista Nova plays Grand Theft Auto 5 tomorrow for our premium members at, I think, is it either 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern time. The email was sent out, and if you do subscribe between now and then, I'll make sure another email gets sent out as a reminder, and then you'll have exclusive access to our premium forum if you sign up for premium membership. So then you'll be able to see the link in there too as well. But Chris is gonna be playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Myself and Andrew are working on setting up a consistent time every week where we're playing. We'll start out with Mario Kart, but it will evolve into different multiplayer games. So we can just hang out, chill out with the premium members and, have a conversation with you guys. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then more content will be coming in the near future. That's geeksandgamers.com, premium tab, sign up, and look forward to seeing you there. Revan, I live in Australia, so it might be a while before I get the Saber. I think Ultra Sabers is in the US. I think they are. Someone actually sent me a lightsaber from Ultra Saber, so I've never purchased directly from them, but I think they are, But be safe over there in Australia, man. I hear it's crazy over there. Lethal Lightning's from over there, and I hear it's bad as far as like the country's just completely shut down. Let me see. Sir, ruin of House Roundhead. Crazier presidency, Kanye West or Biden? I mean, it's real funny because I'm going to play a clip for everybody if I can find it. Give me a second in reference to that question, okay? In reference to that question. Hang on just a minute. Because this is a very, very interesting thing. The first thing I thought about when I saw this, if I can find it, I don't want it to take too long, but in reference to the Kanye question, I can find it really quick. Yeah, here it is, right here. Okay, so, the first thing we hear when Kanye has everything he has to say, you can agree or disagree with Kanye. I don't give a shit, okay? I don't give a shit. You can agree with Kanye if you want. But the first thing I saw was Kanye West there was titles of headlines when Kanye had his deal. And I kept hearing people say, Kanye is crazy. Kanye is losing his mind. I see all the woke far left people on Twitter. Kanye is crazy. Kanye is this. Kanye is going insane. The first thing I thought about was this right here. This is what I thought about right here.
When Martin Lawrence was in that chair, we talked about Blue Streak.
I love it.
He played a role in your life, I believe. How do you feel about him as a person, as an artist?
Martin Lawrence is the guy that showed everybody you can make it from D.C. to Hollywood. And I had a personal stake in his success. Every time he did something, it made me feel inspired and really good. And he was always real nice to me. He'd sit me down, what's going on with you, baby boy? What? We'd talk about comedy, whatever. And, you know, when we did Blue Streak, we were promoting it, and Martin had a stroke. He almost died. And then after that, I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, Martin.
Volume's as loud as I can get it, guys. This is as loud as I can make it.
Are you okay? And he said, I got the best sleep I ever got in my life. That's how tough he is. So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
And that is the first thing. That is the first thing that I thought about when I kept seeing the far left news outlets say that Kanye is crazy. I'm not the biggest fan of Kanye, you know, and I think that he's got some issues for sure. But I thought that the specific things that they were saying he was crazy for was a little out of line for sure. So that was my first thought. So let me see. Silva Lucia says, fair enough. Second knee problem with Isaac. Yeah, I think so. I think that's all it is. I mean, it looks clearly like a knee injury that Jonathan Isaac went through. Revan says, is it jeremy@geeksandgamers.com? Well, it's geek. So it's truly, my email is jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. Jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. John Cream says, any upcoming video games on your radar that might not be popular right now? Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, it's already out. I can't remember what it's called. Is it Grounded? This game that was just announced like last week for the Xbox, I think. Is it Grounded? That's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or whatever. I think people are playing it, and I think it's selling really well, and it was on no one's radar, and I want to play that. So let me see. That one, I want to check that one out. Justin Parker says, missed a few super chats earlier. Did I? Let me go back through. I don't see if any that I missed. Get in mind, my favorite dude. The Force is proper. Oh, Proper Jeremy. Proper Jeremy's here. We should allow female nominees for Best Actor at the Oscars to make up for centuries of oppression. By the way, Heath Ledger didn't deserve the Oscar. What? Proper fucking Jeremy. Proper Jeremy says Heath Ledger didn't deserve the Oscar for the Joker. Can someone ban? This is why I wish Proper Jeremy wasn't back. I really wish Proper Jeremy was not fucking back. Holy shit. Proper Jeremy's back and says Heath Ledger didn't deserve the Oscar for The Dark Knight. Get the fuck out of here, Proper Jeremy. Get the fuck out of here. Is that you, Justin? Because that is interesting. That one's just now popped up. I'm pretty sure it's not Justin. Justin, I think he's done with that shit. Fuck Proper Jeremy. Kick Proper Jeremy. Yes. Revan, only Melbourne is shut down for the time being. Okay. All right, cool. Well, it sounds like it's not, as long as you're not Melbourne, I guess it's not too bad for you. Collins Art, have you read any books by economist Thomas Sowell? I think you would get a kick out of them. I have not. I have heard of those, but I have not. Yeah, Proper Jeremy get the fuck out of here. So Jeremy, do you have any game reviewers you like? I personally, one of my favorite YouTube channels, and again, I want to qualify this because they have kind of driven me crazy by going down the woke road a little bit. Not in terms of their content, though, but in terms of their, like, they've used their Twitter account to go woke a little bit, but in terms of their actual like content that they're producing, I'm very happy with the content they produce. And that's Game Explain. I am a big fan of the channel Game Explain. I really like everything they've done over the years. They went for the whole BLM bullshit, about a month ago, and pretty much went after people. And again, if you have that opinion, that's fine, but don't sit there and try to force other people to have it. That was my issue with it. But I love Game Explain. Love it. Let me see. DM. How did the prequels breeze over Anakin to Darth Vader arc? WTF? Yeah, I mean, it was definitely they were very quick in how Anakin moved into Darth Vader. I don't think anybody can dispute that, and it could have been a lot better executed for sure. Not going to defend that one at all. Yeah, Game Explain's good channel, really good channel. I also like Outside Xbox. I think that's a really good channel as well. I watch Spawn Wave. But if you really want to know who one of my very favorite YouTubers is, it is Scott the Waz. Scott the Waz is incredible. Scott the Waz that dude is so good at what he does. His videos are so fucking on point, and the quality and the entertainment value involved, the research involved, the time he spends. Scott the Waz is awesome. One of the best YouTubers on this entire platform, hands down. Scott the Waz. I watch that guy all the time. Sasha Tech, Woke Road is the land of Oz. Oh, that's good. Hey all, Scott here. I love Scott the Waz. He's great. Revan, Disney has really stuffed up like Skywalker. Yes. I see. Yeah, Spawn Wave is good. But Scott the Waz is he's heavily Nintendo, but like he did a breakdown of the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Back, what was that? Not too long ago. He did an entire breakdown of the PS3 versus the 360 and the generation. It was in a fucking amazing video. And he is great. Like, he is so great. Trying to see what you guys are saying in the chat right now. Lord Vader says, I never understood the arguments whenever people said, oh, Heath Ledger wouldn't have the award if he was still alive. It's a nonsensical argument. It's a totally nonsensical argument to say that. By the way, smash the melee button if you don't mind. We have 907 likes, so we need to get to 1,000. Appreciate all of you being here. We're not going anywhere. I'm having fun. I'm still energized. I got a little bit of water left, so we're going to continue to rock and roll. You guys have been great tonight. So I am not going anywhere. So don't think I'm going anywhere. Smash that melee button and let's continue the discussion. I see a lot of people here that are fans of Scott the Waz. Yeah, man. I mean, again, people want to talk about like objectively good YouTubers. Scott the Waz is an objectively great YouTuber. Like, that guy is fucking fantastic. He deserves all the success he's gotten. I mean, he just hit over 1 million subs, and every video he makes gets 1 million views. He is great. Revan says, I'm having a beer for the working man. Right on, my friend. And Revan, thank you. You've been super supportive tonight, and I really do appreciate that, buddy. Lame Bristow says, what film are you scared to admit you love? Mine's BVS Ultimate Edition only. Also, after 12 years as a paramedic, I just got fired for conservative Facebook post in Canada. Fight for your free speech, America. God bless. Dude, you just got fired? Are you fucking kidding me? For a Facebook post? That is some bullshit, dude. So after 12 years as a paramedic, I just got fired for a conservative Facebook post in Canada. Fucking hell, man. I am so sorry to hear that. That pisses me off. What the fuck, dude? That is unbelievable. Jeez. Okay, I'm sorry. I kind of got sidetracked because I got frustrated because I hate that for you, man. I really do. That is bullshit. As far as your question, what film am I scared to admit that I love? Well, I personally am not scared to admit any of the ones that I love, but like for instance, I always talk about Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is a fucking terrible goddamn movie. It's terrible, but I really, really enjoy that movie because of the nostalgia and the timing that it hit me. I just was really into Mortal Kombat at that particular moment in time. I'm not into Mortal Kombat now, but I just really loved that movie back in the day, and I was young when it came out, and yeah, I loved Mortal Kombat Annihilation, man. So that's one that I often go to. If you want to get into other stuff, like I love most Adam Sandler movies. Just Go With It, the one with Jennifer Aniston, I think is fantastic. You know, 50 First Dates is great. Blended, another one with him and Drew Barrymore, are great. I just love Adam Sandler movies. I love Grown Ups, Grown Ups 2. I don't like Jack and Jill. I think Jack and Jill is fucking terrible. Jack and Jill is awful. But yeah, so definitely a big fan. And dude, Adam Sandler can never go wrong anyway, because he made Happy fucking Gilmore and Billy Madison. Okay? So there you go. But yeah, let me see here. Trenton Carter says, "Yo, Geeks and Gamers, I have no beef with you, but leave Naughty Dog alone, okay?" Well, I have no beef with you either, Trenton. But fuck Naughty Dog. Fuck Neil Cuckman. Fuck The Last of Us Part 2. But that's a thing between me and Naughty Dog. So I have no problem with you, Trent, but fuck Naughty Dog. I will never, ever, ever, ever stop saying fuck Naughty Dog after they struck down my channel, false flagged my channel because I gave an opinion they didn't like. I will never stop saying fuck Naughty Dog because they took down my Twitter account for memes, which actually was a favor to me in reality, but still, fuck Naughty Dog. I'm okay with you as long as you're okay with me, but fuck Naughty Dog forever and ever and ever. I will never, ever, ever stop saying fuck Naughty Dog. And just when you think I'm done saying fuck Naughty Dog, I'll continue to say fuck Naughty Dog. Let me see here. But yeah, Lane, did I say Lance? If I didn't, Lane Bristow, I really hate to hear that, my friend. And thank you for the support on the channel. Greatly appreciate that. Good luck with getting everything worked out. All right. Boss Theory says, Mike who cheese Harry, please help. What? I have no idea what you're saying. Sasha Tech, I swig one of those water bottles. Let's see. I swig one of those water bottles in one go. Jeremy. Hail Geeks and Gamers Empire. Thank you, Sasha Tech. Super supportive of all of us. You're awesome, Sasha. You really are. Silva Lucia. Movie I'm afraid to admit I like, the Underworld series. It's all just dumb, over-the-top fun, and it's great. I watched the first one and very much enjoyed it. Kate Beckinsale, always good. Always good to see Kate Beckinsale. So I really enjoyed that one. I don't know if I've seen all of them, though, so I can't say that I've seen all of them. Leon K, great work, Jares. Channels like this are welcome relief from the crazy times we live in. Twitter is cancer. Yes, Twitter is fucking awful. Twitter's awful. It's so bad. It's so bad. Latterluz Tool. First movie you realized what it was woke. Well, I mean, I didn't understand what woke at the time was, but I actively refused to go see Ghostbusters 2016. And not because of when Ghostbusters 2016 was first announced, I actually was like, okay, I'm fine with this. I like Paul Feig. Paul Feig's made some good movies. And Melissa McCarthy's kind of funny. So when they came out with the images, I was actually in favor of Ghostbusters 2016. It wasn't until they started with the whole calling fans racist and sexist and all of that. Now, I still defended it, though. But I was starting to see the early stages of the wokeness, even though I didn't understand what wokeness was. That's where I really feel that the first elements started creeping in. And The Force Awakens, was cast, and at the time, very, very like gently questioned some of it privately, not publicly. I was just like, it seems like they're casting for like, trying to get more, representation, but maybe I'm just overthinking that. And then at Star Wars Celebration in Orlando in 2015, was it 2015? 2017 Star Wars Celebration. I was at the Battlefront panel for the announcement of Battlefront 2. And I've talked about this before, but I'm in there, and obviously this is after The Force Awakens. This is after Rogue One. And before the panel starts, there's this girl that gets up on stage. I think it was a girl. It might have been a guy or girl. And they actually said this, okay? At a Star Wars Celebration, okay? Standing on stage, and they said, "Are there any girl gamers here tonight?" Or they said, "Scream if there's any girl gamers here tonight," or something to that effect. And like 5 fucking people screamed in a room of hundreds and hundreds of fucking people. And that was a moment for me. That was a moment. And I was just like, holy fuck. That was awkward. Like, that was really fucking awkward that happened. And it didn't really, like, it started to creep in then. And I'm like, and then they announced Iden as the lead for Battlefront 2. And at that point, I'm going, Rey, okay, female lead. And then we get, what's her fucking name in Rogue One? I haven't seen Rogue One in so long. Why am I drawing a blank on it? What the fuck's the girl's name in fucking Rogue One? I don't even remember it now. The actress, what's her name? She got Daisy Ridley. What's the girl's name? Not Daisy. That's Daisy Ridley. It's what's the actress's name in Rogue One? I'm waiting for somebody to tell me right now. Not Jen Erso, but what's the actress's name? I'm waiting for the actress's name. The actress. Felicity Jones. There we go. Okay, so we got Felicity Jones and we've got Daisy Ridley, and we've got 2 female leads, and then we get a 3rd female lead in Battlefront, and I know we're heading towards, The Last Jedi, and I'm just like, there's no male leads in any Star Wars right now. And I'm sitting at Star Wars Celebration, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, So that was the moment where I really started to see it with Star Wars. It was a Battlefront panel where they asked if there were any girl gamers, and there was like fucking 5 women there. Women aren't generally going to Star Wars Celebration. Are there women there? Yes, there are women there, but half those fucking women didn't even know fucking what Battlefront was. And it was just a very awkward situation. And so I just that was the elements there. And then obviously we make our way to The Last Jedi. And I'm just so checked out on Disney Star Wars as a whole. And it sucks. But I guess the very, very, very first one was Ghostbusters. Now, another one, though, that a lot of people might disagree with me on is Mad Max Fury Road. I felt like Mad Max Fury Road was woke. And I think people, I think that's an unpopular opinion still. I think Mad Max Fury Road is woke as fuck. And I'm going to sit here and tell you that I feel that way, and I felt that way since the moment I saw it. I understand that people love that fucking movie. I think it's a well-made movie, but I think it's woke as fuck. I think Tom Hardy was completely neutered in that movie, and I think it's all about wham and power. That's how I feel about Mad Max Fury Road, and it pisses me the fuck off. I really don't like Mad Max Fury Road at all. At all. What happened? Did something happen? Did I freeze up or something like that? Quietly woke. That's a good way of saying it, Sasha. Quietly woke. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, I really didn't like Mad Max Fury Road at all. And I think that might be one of the first ones as well. I can't remember when that came out, but that one really pissed me off because I like I'm a big Tom Hardy fan, and I like Charlize Theron too. But that movie pissed me off, man. I did not like that shit when I saw it. I'm good. Okay. All right, cool. I saw you guys were saying like I had a delay or something like that, so I couldn't remember. But yeah, I couldn't remember Felicity Jones' name or Jen Erso's name. Rogue One, I'm not a big fan of Rogue One. I haven't been a big fan of Rogue One since I saw it. I enjoy the ending and I enjoy the Vader scene. I enjoy, the big fight scene. The last 40 minutes of it are fine, but I think that the characters are absolutely fucking forgettable in Rogue One, and I haven't liked Rogue One since I saw it. Okay, let me take that back. I haven't liked Rogue One as much as it seems everyone else likes it. I like it. It's fine. I've never hated the movie, and I think history has shown us that now it's the best Disney Star Wars movie, easily. But it's never been something I liked that much. So the stream does have a big delay. Let me see. Does it? Let me refresh and see what happens here. I'm going to see if I can. It looks like I'm doing okay now. So let me know. Because on my end, it says it's in excellent condition on the back end here. So let me know. Are you guys still dealing with any issues? Let me know if the stream is moving okay, guys, before I continue on. We got 1,000 people still here, 1,000 likes on the stream. Thank you. So, dude, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock on the East Coast, and you guys are still here. Damn, you guys are killing it. Thank you. Fucking thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for continuing the discussion. This is fucking great, man. So, okay, we're good. All right, we're good. So let's continue on. Where are we at? Revan, Billy Madison is a masterpiece. You're damn right. Billy Madison is a masterpiece. DM, Wedding Singer equals perfection. We need movies like that. I love The Wedding Singer. This is part where I said I like Adam Sandler movies, and I absolutely love Adam Sandler movies. Oh, thank you. You guys said no, thank you. Oh, man, thank you. You guys are... Look, I have not live streamed on this channel in a long time, and I apologize for that. I probably should not have. I probably should have tried to. I probably should have been live streaming a lot more. But we just have a lot going on at Geeks and Gamers, and it's pretty stressful. I'm not gonna lie. I have created a fucking monster here, and sometimes I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep building it because we have so many things and I have so much responsibility, so many people in this team, and they're doing such a good job. Everybody on the team is doing such a good job, and I feel like sometimes I lose touch with, people on the team because I need to continue to build and communicate. And I rarely get time to sit down and play a video game or to watch a TV series or anything like that. But it's work constantly for me. And it's not really work. I've had real jobs before. It's not retail. And I respect the retail working man out there. I respect people that actually are out there doing the 9 to 5. I've done that for the majority of my life. So while what I do is work, and there's no doubt about that, it's still very fun and I very much enjoy it. And I'm only able to do that because of all of you allow me to do this. So for me being here recently, just starting up live streams again, it feels good to have so many people here after me not doing it for so long. I heard from so many of you saying you wanted more live streams. You wanted me to do more live streams. You miss the interaction. And I agree with that. I definitely miss the interactions too. I miss the Jeremy accounts. I miss the memes that would come out of this shit and the stupid shit that gets clipped and all of that, man. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy that you guys are enjoying it. And I promise you that you will get more live streams from me. What I plan on doing is going live here and then trying to do that right before some of our Twitch streams. And that way I can tell you guys like, hey, I'm about to go live on Twitch with the team. Like, for instance, this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live here on the channel. for maybe 30 minutes or an hour. And then we're going to talk. We're going to have conversations. And then I'm going to say, join me on Twitch. And I'm going to go over there and I want to play Titanfall on Twitch. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of people watching me playing Titanfall because it doesn't have a huge player base anymore. But it's one of my favorite games of all time. And I want to play Titanfall multiplayer, Titanfall 2, and hang out with you guys and just bullshit or whatever. So those are happening a lot this week. We're going to play Warzone on Wednesdays and everything going on the website. So Titanfall 2, though. If you call me a simp for anything, you can call me a simp for Titanfall 2. I will fucking simp for Titanfall 2. I fucking worship that game. I love that game. I fucking love Respawn. Respawn is so fucking amazing at what they do. And I hate that Titanfall 2 didn't get more traction. I hate that it didn't sell more, but it's truly one of my favorite games of all time. Campaign's amazing. The multiplayer is amazing. The environment's amazing. I fucking love Titanfall. Okay. So again, thank you all for being here. Yes, definitely a simp for Titanfall. No doubt about it. Let me see here. Alex Dilly says, a friendly reminder that games like Half-Life, Alex, Doom Eternal, and Ghost of Tsushima are Game of the Year contenders that straight up clown on The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, I personally... now, I'm a huge Half-Life 2 fan. Half-Life 2 is one of the best games ever made, objectively speaking, and it's not even close. Doom Eternal is fucking awesome. Love Doom Eternal. Haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, and as I said in my video earlier, I don't like buying digital games at all, and I can't find Ghost of Tsushima right now. So I may have to end up buying it digitally, but I really like buying physical if possible. But I think that Cyberpunk 2077 will be Game of the Year. I think that's going to blow everything out of the water. And I think that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be a game that we're going to remember in 10 years. People are going to be talking about this game in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the road. It's going to be that good. So that's what I think will ultimately win Game of the Year. That's my assumption, though. We'll see. Christopher Arcelia, shit. It jumped on me again. Remember that ass shot of Vampirella cosplay you took a pic at NYCC? That was so funny. You frame it yet and hang it on the wall? I don't even know if I still have that. That was funny, though. Did I post that to Twitter? Of course, it's gone anyway because my Twitter account's been suspended. But that was funny. I do remember that. Preston McTavish used to love Naughty Dog until The Last of Us 2 fiasco. Also, Batman and Robin is my guilty pleasure. It's comedy gold. I think Batman and Robin is a movie that we can all kind of look back on and really appreciate now. And even at the time when it came out, I think I remember loving Batman and Robin at the time. I mean, I wasn't looking at things I was just like, I want to have fun. But then as time goes on, you're like, God, this movie's terrible. But now we can look at it and just appreciate it for what it is. And it is a fun, dumb, stupid ass movie. And I think we all can just watch it from that perspective. Anomaly Inc. What's up, Anomaly Inc.? Everyone say hello to Anomaly. Great YouTuber right there. Good to see Anomaly here. Where are we at? DM says Breaking Bad 24 Once Upon a Time equals best shows ever. Well, I love Once Upon a Time until I can't remember what season it started falling apart for me, but I loved the first 3 or 4 seasons of Once Upon a Time. Fucking fantastic. For me, a lot of people don't like the fact that I love Lost. I love the television show Lost. I just do. But one show that I don't feel gets the love that it should is Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy is such a badass television show, and I love Sons of Anarchy. I want more Sons of Anarchy. Obviously, the way it ended, we're not going to get it. I mean, they could, in theory, pick up, 15, 20 years later. But I fucking love Sons of Anarchy. If you have not seen Sons of Anarchy, watch it because it's a show that wouldn't exist right now. It absolutely would not exist. But Sons of Anarchy is so fucking bad. I love it. Like, in a good way. Badass. Sons of Anarchy is badass. Better Call Saul, actually, in some ways, is on the level of Breaking Bad. And I never thought I would say that. But Better Call Saul is so fucking good. So if you haven't seen Better Call Saul, if you're a Breaking Bad fan, watch Better Call Saul because it is just as good as Breaking Bad. It truly is. A lot of people actually are saying they like Lost. Well, I'm happy to hear that because a lot of people, that follow this channel do not like that movie or do not like that series. But yeah, Sons of Anarchy, fucking badass. Let me see. All right, where are we at? Andy from the UK. I got your message, Andy. Got your wishes. Hey, bud, sending the best wishes. Hope to see you soon. Yes, Andy. Stephanie B sent me your message because you contacted her. I know you've been trying to get a hold of me. I'll try to get in contact with you the next couple of days because I know there's some stuff with the Star Wars Celebration tickets because it got canceled. I got you, brother. So just give me some time. But I did get that message. So thank you, man. Thank you for being patient, too. Mandy says, what are some of your favorite 90s candy snack cereals that no longer exist? Ooh, that no longer exist? I mean, I'm pretty straightforward when it comes to cereal. And the same cereal I ate back in the day is the same cereal I eat now. And that is Apple Jacks and Fruit Loops. Those are my two favorite cereals. Love Apple Jacks and Fruit Loops. No question about it. Now, I'm trying to think of candy and snacks that don't exist, though. I don't know of anything that I ate back in the day that doesn't exist now because candy that I've always ate, like candy bars, is like Three Musketeers, Crunch Bars, whatchamacallits, Reese Cups. Those are the ones that I've kind of always focused in on. And even the Smarties. Remember the Smarties? Those still exist today. So I don't know of anything that I ate back in the day that doesn't really exist now. It's a good question. Fruit Loops with marshmallows. Fucking right. Who said that? Horace Scorpion? Where is it at? Right there. Comment of the night right there. Horace Scorpion. Fruit Loops with marshmallows. Fruit Loops with marshmallows. Okay? I don't know if you guys know this, okay? But I'm going to break. This is why people subscribe to Geeks and Gamers right here. I'm about to break some news for all of you, okay? Okay? You may not know this, but God himself speaks about Fruit Loops with marshmallows in the Bible. It's there. It's there. Jeremy Osteen told me. Jeremy Osteen appreciates the super chats coming in, and Jeremy Osteen can pinpoint the scripture where it talks about Fruit Loops with marshmallows as the Lord shines down on us. Fruit Loops and marshmallows in his bowl. It's there. It's there, mother effers. Jeremy Osteen confirmed it. All right. I do love Fruit Loops with marshmallows. They're so good. They're so good. Fruit Loops with marshmallows. So fucking good. Thank you, Mandy. Bringing up some good points. Okay. Oh man. Boss Theory. Ice Bank myself. Jeremy, don't you get it? Oh, okay. I get that one. DM, everyone has to see Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I still have not seen it. Jason C with a $1.49 super sticker. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. Thank you, Jason C. Appreciate that, my friend. DeJohn Beck, don't burn out, man. Get enough rest. Yeah, I know, man. That's something I've had to. I'm a workaholic, but you know, I have had to dial some things back because I work myself into the ground. So let me see here. Revan says there was supposed to be a KOTOR 3. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people ask for that. Some people say Star Wars of the Old Republic would be is what they consider it. So sad that we're never going to get it, unfortunately. Christian Del Rome or Delorme. Welcome back, Jeremy. Any thoughts on one of my favorite movies, Big Trouble in Little China? Some love from Canada. Thank you so much. Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. I haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China in forever. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because that's one movie I might just want to revisit soon because it's been a long time. A long time. That is true right there. Where did it go? Where the fuck did it go? Watch Dark if your IQ is over 100. Dark is fucking phenomenal, okay? It's goddamn phenomenal. The way I'll describe it is it honestly, you're gonna think I'm crazy because when I heard this, I thought it was crazy too. But Gary from Nerdrotic told me it's better than Stranger Things, and it's a more intellectual version of Stranger Things. It's a more adult version of Stranger Things. And again, this different than Stranger Things. Don't get me wrong. There are drastic differences, but Dark is fucking phenomenal. Like, it's incredibly well done. And you need to watch Dark, but don't fucking have your phone out. Don't get on Twitter. Don't get on Facebook. Don't get on YouTube. Like, pay attention to that shit because it is complex as hell. Dark is fucking phenomenal. I highly, highly, highly recommend Dark. It is a German language, television series on Netflix. So you're either going to have to watch it with English dubs or with subtitles. I watched it with English dubs. Holy shit, dude. I mean, it's fucking fantastic. It's on Netflix. And it's got 3 seasons. And I fucking love it so much. It's like another level intellectually, and it's just wild, man. And I do think that Stranger Things season 1 is pretty damn perfect. Stranger Things season 2 I still enjoyed. I didn't like Stranger Things season 3. But yeah, let me know if you ever watch Dark. It is man. Yes, do this right here. Where'd it go? Write down all the characters' names when watching Dark. This shit is so fucking everywhere. I don't want to give too much away about it. It's in terms of if I'm describing it, it deals with there's a lot of time travel. I mean, spoilers. There's a lot of time travel and there's different eras, there's different like the same characters at different ages. It's fucking wild, dude. It's wild and it's fucking fantastic. So yeah, check it out. Yeah, right there. Dark stretches the mind for real. I'm going to have to watch it again. And the opening theme song to Dark is so fucked up good. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. The intro of Dark is so fucked up good. That's all I can say. The intro, the music is fucked up good. There you go. Yeah, man, great shit. I'm glad somebody brought that up. So, where are we at? Andy from the UK. The UK never change. Keep chat shit. LOL. You're the best. You are too, Andy, man. Good to see you, buddy. Great guy indeed. All right. What the fuck are you? Why are you spamming my fucking chat, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here. Why are you spamming my chat, bro? Hey, proper handle these spam fucks. And I'll get to your super chat here in just a minute, Justin. Let me see. Revan, bro, have you ever watched Smallville? I have never completed Smallville. I love Superman, and Smallville just didn't connect with me. I don't hate it, but it didn't quite connect with me from a Superman perspective. I love. Maybe I'm wrong over this. That's fine if I'm wrong. Lois and Clark is fan-fucking-tastic. Lois and Clark, The Adventures of Lois and Clark with Dean Cain and 90s Terry Hatcher. 90s Terry Hatcher. Woo! But I love Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark just captures the spirit of Superman. It captures the spirit of Metropolis. It captures the spirit of Lois and Clark. It has that right perfect feel for Superman. Now, it's not Christopher Reeve's Superman because that is the definitive Superman, but Lois and Clark is fucking great, man. It's so fucking good. And I'm just going to tell you right now, if you are a straight man and you do not think that 90s Terry Hatcher is hot, you can go fuck yourself because clearly nobody else is going to because you have terrible fucking taste. 90s Terry Hatcher. Hot. Objectively, end of discussion. And if you are a straight male, I would assume probably even gay dudes think 90s Terry Hatcher is hot. Okay? I mean, it's just that factual. Okay? So, you all know it. There. That is the best comment That is the best comment right there. 90s Terry Hatcher is the kind of stuff that built this country. That is good. It's fucking good. Oh, man. That was good right there. Respect for that comment right there. Oh, man. That was good. Let me see. Where the fuck? Ryan says, I actually think Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad. Namely more in-depth character development, more humor. You know, I honestly, Ryan, I don't disagree with you. I mean, I need to see how Better Call Saul ends, but right now, like, no spoilers, but there's a certain female character in Better Call Saul, which is a great character, by the way. And I need to know what happens with this character. I need to know what happens to this character because this character should play a prominent role in the Breaking Bad universe. Now, prominent role, I guess that's wrong because we don't get to see Saul Goodman's personal life at all in Breaking Bad, but I need to know what happens. So right now, I think Better Call Saul is definitely on pace to maybe be better than Breaking Bad. And mainly because of exactly what Ryan said, like the character development. And I know it's crazy to say this because Breaking Bad is so about, character development. Like I think that, yeah, even with the greatness of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman and all that, but the character development, especially Mike is a fucking boss, dude. Mike is a fucking boss. Yeah, Better Call Saul's fantastic. That's all I'll say. So we'll see how it ends, but yeah, it is great. Mr. KR Productions, Fruit Loops, marshmallows, and hot chocolate, Jeremy. That is a great fucking answer, and I respect you for that. Where am I at? Back goat. Thank you for blessing the chat, Reverend Osteen. Money for the private jet. Old candy bars no longer around. Marathon Summit and Carnation Breakfast Bar. Thank you, Back Goat, for praising us with more money. Jeremy Osteen likes the super chats. Jeremy Osteen will praise you with Fruit Loop marshmallows. Justin Proper says, the Jeremys have been deliberating this for a while, but it's very possible we'll host a one-off Council of Jeremys reunion. Stay tuned for details. Dude, that's pretty awesome. That actually warms my heart. I will try to be there. If you guys make that happen, I will try to be there. Justin Proper. Go subscribe to Justin Proper's channel. Wiz UK. Hey, Jeremy, loving the Geeks and Gamers website. Keep up the great work. Hashtag F Naughty Dog. Hashtag F Sony. Hashtag F2 Muso TNT. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love hearing good feedback on the website. We're working hard on the website. We want to make sure you guys are all enjoying yourself on there. And I know it's not as functional as Twitter or Facebook or Reddit. I know that, and we're working on improving it, but it will take time and it will take money, but you guys have been so supportive and I do appreciate that so much. So I'm glad you guys are having a good experience over there. DM says, if you want an awesome show, Banshee on Jeremy Prime. DM is killing me. Andy from the UK. Thank you, bud, for your help. I know you're busy these days. I remember back in the day when we could talk. So happy for you. Speak soon. Keep safe. Thank you, Andy. Great guy. Hung out with Andy from the UK at Star Wars Celebration. We got lost at the convention center because it's so fucking crazy. But yeah, man, Andy's a great guy. Revan says, have you ever watched The Witcher on Netflix? I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of The Witcher, and it just didn't work for me. Didn't work. I didn't like The Witcher. I know other people do, and that's fine. It didn't work for me. We actually interviewed one of the producers on this channel, which is totally great, but it didn't work for me. I didn't like it. Star Trekker 58, Dark is very good, but you do have to keep track of who is who and when. Thanks to Gary from Nerdrotic for getting me onto you and Dark. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Obviously, Gary's a great friend, and Does Jeremy even have chat opened? Yes, I'm talking in the chat. I've talked to you guys in the chat as well. Why, is there something going on? Something wrong? But yes, Star Trekker 58, pleasure having you here. Thank you so much. Gary's a great friend, a great YouTuber, and Dark is very good, but it's very confusing, and you have to pay attention. You have to keep track, or you're gonna be fucked. Let me see. Angry Vader says Sons of Anarchy is better than Breaking Bad in my opinion. Well, I think that Breaking Bad is a more consistent show, but I think that I personally prefer Sons of Anarchy over Breaking Bad. I think Breaking Bad is probably a more consistent show because season 3 and 4 of Sons of Anarchy kind of dip a little bit for me. They're still good, but seasons 1 and 2 are fucking unbelievable. Season 3, it takes a bit of a dive for me, and I'll lose a little bit of interest. 4 starts to get us back, and then 5 and on are amazing. But I just the camaraderie of like the biker gang and the legacy of Jax and his dad and the everything with Clay, and it gets crazy, man. And Kurt Sutter did a fantastic job with Sons of Anarchy. So I personally prefer Sons of Anarchy more than Breaking Bad, but I think Breaking Bad is a more consistent show. DM says, will Disney World be destroyed by the SJWs fire Iger? I don't know if it can be destroyed, but they can definitely hurt it. And this whole Splash Mountain debacle is the start of it. So there's definitely some elements there that bother me. There's something I want to show you guys if I can find it. And I'm curious about something, but you got to give me a minute to find it because I honestly don't know where it's at. Oh, fuck. Okay. It didn't take too long. If it'll pull it up. I don't know why it's not pulling it up. My computer is giving me issues right now. So are you going to work? There we go. All right. If I'm speaking of Sons of Anarchy, okay, because I love Sons of Anarchy, because Sons of Anarchy is amazing. If I get these t-shirts on Teespring, you guys going to buy them? You guys going to buy those if I put those on Teespring? So, because that is a badass shirt. That is me, obviously. That's Leia holding the Geeks and Gamers logo. What do you guys think about that? If I put that on the Teespring store, you guys interested in that right there? I love that fucking design, man. Love it so much. So that shows you how much I love Sons of Anarchy. I fucking love Sons of Anarchy. And that is directly inspired by Sons of Anarchy. So let me know if you guys like that. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, pull that back up. Well, I lost my chat. So why did it take that down? I don't know. Give me a minute. Pull this back up. Why does it do that? I don't understand that. Why that happens. Okay, give me a minute, guys, and I'll pull the chat back up. Yeah, that last song is too sad. You're talking about Sons of Anarchy? It absolutely is. It's very well done. The whole thing is so well done. I even like the Bohemian Rhapsody remake that they made. That was really good too. All right, so there's Tweeter Trash. What's up, Tweeter Trash? Bat McGoat says, make mine extra fat. That's good. SKC Gaming. Sup, Jeremy? Would you watch a show about Maul running the crime syndicate after episode 3 and the finale? There is a battle between Maul and Vader. Absolutely, I would. But it would have to, the timing. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the timeline there, but I absolutely would. And I preface everything I say as long as Kathleen Kennedy is not involved. Because right now, at this point in time, no Star Wars is better than Kennedy Star Wars. That's just the truth of the matter. And I think that's what we should make a movement out of is hashtag no Star Wars better than Kennedy Star Wars. That's really what it comes down to. Can we make a meme right now? I'm going to clip this, whoever. Who want to clip it? No Star Wars is better than Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars. Boom. We just don't need it. No Star Wars is better than Kennedy Star Wars. And that's the truth of the matter. Boom, 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 boom. All right. And Maul is not dead at that particular point in time. Not now. Revan says, I'm engaged since last year to a beautiful woman. We are taking our time with the wedding. Well, congratulations, man. Everybody send Revan a congratulations on that. That is awesome. Yeah, no Star Wars is better than Kennedy Star Wars. So, okay, Stephanie says, okay, Jeremy, you just went up a single point in my book. Fucking SOA inspired shirt. Hell yes. By the way, everybody give my nerdy home a round of applause. She has been editing the videos together for Drunk 3PO and Mark the Cyborg for their Drunk Souls playthrough for Dark Souls that is available for premium members. So everybody give my nerdy home a round of applause. She does a great job. So thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for the job you've been doing. We really do appreciate that. You've been doing a really good job. And editing is tough. I mean, taking time to edit through videos and get those close-ups on people's faces is it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So really do appreciate that. Obi-Wan Wenobi, rediscover tokenism, but lazy create avatar of group, so can't. Okay, hang on. Rediscover tokenism, but lazy create avatar of group, so can't has fail or improve in any. I need ask when you made decision basic effort on data. I don't know what you're asking me. Let me see if I can understand this one. Okay. Let's try to understand this one. Okay. Rediscover tokenism, but lazy create avatar of group. So can't has fail or improve in any. I need ask when you made decision basic effort on data. I don't really understand what you're asking me. Can anybody translate that? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I apologize. And again, it's obviously not, it's not American. So, yeah. So I apologize if I can't really grasp what exactly you're asking me. I do appreciate the super chat. I appreciate the effort. It's clear that English is not your first language. So, I don't really know what you're asking me, and I apologize. I'm going to assume, because you said I need to ask when you made decision. I think you mean like, did I make the decision to start speaking my mind, if that's what you're asking. I've kind of talked about that a few times, but basically, around late 2017, early 2018 is when I decided to start speaking my mind and not riding the fence and not worrying about what people were saying. Let me see here. So I hope that answered your question. And again, I apologize for not understanding it more. Let's see. Hang on. Jeremy, hang on. All right. Paulo says, Jeremy, I think what he's saying is, how did you create your logo and your brand? If that's the question, okay. If that's the question. So I've talked about this before, but, and I guess I can pull it up really quick. Okay, right here. So people have asked me about the logo in the past, and this is basically when I came up with Geeks and Gamers, I had this idea of having like back-to-back G's to look like a superhero mask. Now, where did that inspiration come from? Right there. That's where it came from. So obviously, you guys see right here, right there, that looks like the Geeks and Gamers logo. So that's basically where it came from, and it's evolved obviously a little bit since then. So if that's the question, that's how I created the Geeks and Gamers logo. That's where it was inspired from, and it's evolved some, and that's kind of the gist of it right there. So let me see. Let me get back to this. All right. I'm looking to see where I left off. Wiz UK, make that SOA shirt happen. I definitely will. Revan, catch you later, bro. Good luck with everything. Thank you, Revan. You've been super effing supportive, and I appreciate that. Angry Vader says, okay, I have to ask now, which death hit hardest? I think it was Opie. So, yeah, spoilers. Obviously, spoilers for Sons of Anarchy. If you have not seen Sons of Anarchy, let me see. All right, I'll talk spoilers for a minute. Okay, so if you want to mute, if you have not seen Sons of Anarchy, then as long as I'm doing this right here, I'm going to talk it. When I'm back on camera, I won't be talking spoilers. But yes, the death of Opie is the most impactful death in the entire series for me. No doubt about it. Opie and Jax's relationship was the thing that really pulled the series along, and I do think that when Opie died and the way Opie died under the circumstances and the sacrifices that Opie was making for the club, especially after everything Opie went through, that is what kind of took Jax to the next level of where Jax needed to go. So absolutely, Opie is the worst death for me. Okay, we're back. No spoilers. Spoilers are gone. No spoilers. Okay, so we're back. So yeah, that's a great question, and I mean, I love Sons of Anarchy. Sam Crow OnlyFans. Hell yeah, Sam Crow OnlyFans. All right. Yeah, Borg Porg, I agree with that too. That was shocking, but we're gonna refrain from that because I think there's a lot of people here that haven't seen Sons of Anarchy, and they need to watch it because it's fucking awesome. Okay, so we're caught up on that. Darth Vader says, good night, guys. Have to go to bed in real life. Yes. It's tough. It's so tough, but it was so good. Let me see. Thundercats says, Thundercats host says, this is not Jeremy. He's employed a body. He's been training him for months. This is why Jeremy hasn't, and I think you mean hasn't live streamed in like 2 months. Oh, man. That was good stuff right there. I'm trying to say. Let me see. Wouldn't Maul be dead in between seasons 3 or episodes 3 and 4? No. Right? I mean, Maul, the Maul timeline is so effed up. So Maul dies in The Phantom Menace. Okay. But I'm trying to think of, so he dies and they bring him back in the Clone Wars. And then apparently he was at the end of Solo. He dies, ultimately, he dies his last death in Rebels. It's so confusing right now to think about Darth Maul's timeline because he dies in Rebels at a very old age. So it's so crazy. But yeah, but you think about it. Yeah, so he dies in The Phantom Menace, but then he's reborn in the Clone Wars. And then his real death is actually in Rebels in one of the later seasons. And he dies at the hands of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, and then I guess I haven't seen it. I have never actually I watched Solo, but I didn't finish Solo. I've seen the clips of him at the end of Solo, but I don't know if there's any context to that cameo from Darth Maul. I just don't care about the movie Solo at all. But that's one of the great things about Rebels is not great. It's not a great series, but it has great moments. And that scene with Obi-Wan and Darth Maul and Tatooine is fucking phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal. The Ahsoka Vader scene is great. there's a lot of great moments in Rebels. So, but it's just it's got a lot of filler bullshit in it too. So, let me see. Boom, boom. Let me see. If it didn't happen in the movies, it didn't happen. I mean, I respect that point of view, but it's and I don't disagree with it because we have our own fucking canon, because fuck Disney's trilogy. So Rebels' great moments were wrapping up loose ends before Rebels. Disney Mimba Mall. Let me see here. No, I know his death at the end of Rebels was after the events of Solo. I know that. I just don't. What I'm saying is I don't know what the point of the Solo appearance was, because I stopped watching Solo with probably like 20 minutes to go. First of all, I was never gonna watch Solo because hashtag Solo lost money, but I was never gonna watch Solo because I fucking didn't care about the movie. But people sent me the movie, like they mailed me physical copies of the movie, so I just felt it was my obligation to at least try. And it was just so fucking boring. Like, it was so boring. It's a goddamn boring movie. So let me see. Wiz UK SOA was super awesome. Everyone should watch it. Not seen the Mayans MC yet though. Yeah, I haven't seen Mayans. I heard it was okay, but I haven't seen Mayans. I heard it was okay, but I probably won't watch it. So Mandy says, what are your favorite toys when you were a little kid? Do you have any stories about them? Well, I've talked about that a lot here on the channel. G.I. Joe. I have my G.I. Joe collection over here. If you guys, if you didn't see it last time, I have my G.I. Joes over there. So I have my Cobra section right there. I have all of my Joes right there. I have my G.I. Joe poster. I have G.I. Joes here. I have G.I. Joes up there. G.I. Joes all over there. So I was big into G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, and but G.I. Joe was it. G.I. Joe defined my childhood. The toys, the cartoon show, the 1987 movie. I was not into Star Wars toys that much. I was into G.I. Joe toys. And I still feel that G.I. Joe are the best made toys. The 3 3/4 Joes are the best made toys ever. How old is that CRT TV? I don't know, but it's fucking glorious to play Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis on. So, yeah, with G.I. Joes, I mean, like, one thing people don't really know is, and maybe they do know, I'm going to do this on another stream because I'm not prepared to do it right now. But one thing you can do with G.I. Joes, I'll show you. Hang on. So now this is the first Duke figure. Duke is one of the most popular and important G.I. Joes. Okay. So one thing that you could do with G.I. Joes is I got to take his backpack off. I don't like taking his backpack off, but I'm going to do it. Okay. So one thing you can do is you can take a screwdriver and you can go into the back. You can unscrew the screw, and then you can take the figure apart. And you can take another figure apart and you can interchange their arms, their legs, their head, their, whatever. You can interchange things. And this is something that we used to do as kids. We used to interchange our G.I. Joes a lot and make them custom and everything like that. So rubber band all day long. You know it. I just had to go buy, if I can find it. I don't know where it's at. I just had to go buy rubber bands because my gung ho, my version 1 gung ho, the rubber band broke because he's so fucking old. Same with Jinx. I have the Jinx figure and her rubber band broke, and so I had to take them apart and replace the rubber bands in them. And that's just something that we used to do as kids back in the day with our G.I. Joe figures. So yeah, I've got tons of those stories. So for those that don't know, I might just do it on a stream where I might take a Joe apart and show you guys how you take them apart and how you can repair them and things like that. It's really fun. So it's good stuff. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are my favorite, says Christopher Arcilia. Yeah, I mean, I've got my favorite Joe figure ever is version 2 Snake Eyes, released in 1988. Storm Shadow, version 2 Storm Shadow, released in 1988. That is my favorite G.I. Joe figure, and I own him. So, yeah, USS Flag was the holy grail of toys. It absolutely was. It absolutely was. Justin Proper, when are you going to jump in the pool again? If I keep live streaming, you never know what the fuck's going to happen on these live streams. So who knows? Okay, here's the, okay. Obi-Wan says, I will try again. The View, representative is tokenism, but less character as character without traits. Can't fail. Ray be avatar for woman. I will try again. Representative is tokenism, but less character as character without character traits. Can't fail. Ray be avatar for woman. Are you saying that like Ray is the example for a woman? I don't really understand. I don't understand. Let me see. I apologize. I know you're trying. So if you want to send me an email, jeremy@geeksandgamers.com, maybe gives you a little more characters. You don't have to pay just to get your point across. I will more than happy to try and decipher it. Let me see. Agent Deep Eyes gets what he's saying. All right, what's he saying, Agent Deep Eyes? She's a basic female character. Okay, so Ray is a basic female character. Ray is that token. Is that it? I think that's what he's saying. If you're saying that, then I agree with that. Well, if you're saying that she's detrimental to women, I agree with that because Ray is detrimental to women, if that's what you're saying. Opinion on Mario Odyssey. I think Mario Odyssey is a fucking masterpiece. It's not my favorite 3D Mario. My favorite 3D Mario is Super Mario Galaxy, but Super Mario Galaxy is phenomenal. And if you can't, if you haven't played it, or if you need to get another perspective, watch Video Game Donkey's Super Mario Odyssey review. It's only 6 minutes long and it's fucking beautiful. But yeah, Super Mario Odyssey is amazing. That's a good idea. Maybe that person should email me in their language and I can translate. I can put that in Google Translate. That's a great idea. So yeah, feel free to email me in your language and I'll translate. Again, I try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. But yeah, as far as Mario Odyssey goes, Mario Odyssey is phenomenal. Mario Odyssey is fucking amazing, but Mario Galaxy to me is the standard for 3D Mario games. Super Mario Galaxy, the music, the level design, everything about it, man. It's so good. Okay, Justin Proper says he's saying she's less of an actual character and more or less a poster child for powerful women. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see. Just finished streaming The Outer Worlds on Twitch, and now there's a Geeks and Gamers YouTube stream. Hell yeah. Geeks and Gamers. Trenton's been mad at me all night. So Trenton Carter, Geeks and Gamers, you watch X-Men, Jeremy? Yes. Very much love the animated series. Yes, love the X-Men animated series and the movies. I like the movies too. And I read the comics to an extent when I was growing up. So, what is Trenton still mad at me? I know Trenton's been mad at me tonight. So, because I said fuck Naughty Dog. And I only said fuck Naughty Dog because you told me that I can't be mean to Naughty Dog. So that's why I respond with fuck Naughty Dog. And I'll always say fuck Naughty Dog because fuck Naughty Dog. X-Men 3 was not the best, Justin Proper. Shut your fucking mouth. X-Men 3 was trash. Let me see. X-Men 90s is on Disney Plus. It is, and it's fantastic. Yes, I do. I think they're happening. I think that I still have hope and faith that they are happening, and I think that it's gonna be announced next month. That's what I'm holding out on. So, will they happen? I hope to hell, dude. I need Super Mario Galaxy Remastered on my Nintendo Switch. I need it so badly. I really need it so badly. So, man, the fact that we still have 850 people watching right now is fucking incredible. It is 2:47 in the morning on my time, 3:47 Eastern, and you guys are still here. Incredible. I have missed live streaming, and I'm going to continue live streaming as much as possible. So let me see. Jeremy, what's better, Clone Wars or Infinity War? I don't know how to compare that. I mean, one's a movie and one's a TV series, but if I'm comparing like the entire Clone Wars to Infinity War, I'm going to take the Clone Wars. Yeah, I'm going to take the Clone Wars. So, Jason C with a unicorn super sticker. Thank you, Jason C. Super supportive of the channel as always. Jeff Hicks says it's 4:48 here. Damn, man, you guys are troopers, man. I really do appreciate that. So awesome. Don't deserve your support, but I greatly do appreciate it. And again, one more time, I want to say that Krista Nova will be live for our premium members tomorrow, either 1 or 2 Eastern. I can't remember. She's going to be streaming Grand Theft Auto 5, and then we're going to do myself and Andrew are working on a stream for premium members too. We'll announce that very soon. Let me see. Mandy, a new member. Thank you, Mandy. You've been super supportive tonight. So I thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. That is great. That's awesome. Let me see. Talia Al Ghul, Talia, long-time supporter. Geeks and Gamers support is well-deserved. That's awesome. Thank you, Talia. I appreciate that. I haven't played Dark Souls personally. Very much enjoyed Jedi Fallen Order. I'm a Respawn fanboy, so by default, I have to say Jedi Fallen Order. There was another one. Christopher, if you like 90s X-Men cartoon intro, check out their Japanese intro opening version. It kicks the American one so hard. Really? All right, I'll have to check that out. I don't think I've heard that one. Yeah, man. Justin, so again, everybody, just so everybody knows, for our Park Hoppin' channel, and again, if you have not subscribed to Park Hoppin', you should. That's our theme park channel, and Justin is actually going to be covering Cedar Point and Kings Island for us in the very near future. And while we are heavily focused on Universal and Disney, that doesn't mean we're not going to be focused on the other theme parks as well. And we actually did a live stream. Myself, Justin, and Odin did a live stream, and we covered a lot of those parks, and it was really a lot of fun. What do you mean? I feel guilty having watched so much of Jeremy and not membered. It's all right. I mean, again, the memberships there, I need to do more for our members for sure. I haven't put a lot of emphasis on that, but the more support we continue to get for that, it reminds me that we do need to do more for our members. Let me see. Is Jay okay? Just on vacation? Yeah, Jay's just on vacation. That's all. All good, man. Nettles Nerds, next direction you will direct Larson show. I still want to interview Brie Larson. By the way, speaking of interviews, this Tuesday. Now, I apologize for not having this figured out yet, but I don't know if it's going to be a live stream or a pre-recorded video, but either way, I will interview Taj Jackson here on Geeks and Gamers. That is Michael Jackson's nephew. So Taj Jackson will be on Geeks and Gamers, and we will be talking about a lot of things. We'll be talking about Michael. We'll be talking about all of the ridiculous allegations against Michael Jackson. I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, and I'm still fucking freaking out at the fact that a member of the Jackson family is a fan of mine. What the fuck? That's insane. But yeah, Taj Jackson will be on the channel. We're also going to talk about Hollywood. We're also going to talk about his path of finding this channel. And do you know how he found this channel? The Last Jedi. That's how he found it. So yeah, Taj Jackson will be here Tuesday. And we're still going to be, I'm still working on doing more interviews for the channel as well. I'm very, very excited for this. I've gotten to know Taj over the last several months, and I can actually call Taj Jackson a friend. We have, exchanged phone numbers. We've talked on the phone, and it's pretty fucking cool, man. Pretty fucking cool. So I'm looking forward to that. I think we're going to wrap it up, though, guys. We've had a hell of a good stream. We've been live for nearly 3 hours, and, again, we will continue to do live streams here on this channel. It's been a pleasure to be here tonight with all of you. Really good interactions, really good feedback from all of you. And I really didn't know what I was going to talk about when I went live tonight, but I'm glad I made the decision to do that. I'm glad because all of you, are, here and making it possible. Without all of you here to add into the conversation, and here we are having a good stream, a lot of good information, a lot of good back and forth. DM says MJ was maligned and destroyed by backstabbers. Absolutely. Apollo Patriot says, I hit 300 memes. So Apollo Patriot has 300 memes on the Geeks and Gamers forums right now. A legend, an absolute legend. So good. Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it. Keep doing these live streams. I absolutely will. Let's see. Good stream indeed. These streams rule. Less Nintendo. Oh, that's not happening. Let's see here. Like you just chatting freely. Yeah, that was the best part of it. Sasha Texas, more Nintendo. Well, you will be, me. If I love me some Nintendo, but again, Titanfall 2 stream is going to happen sometime this week on our Twitch channel, geeks_and_gamers. Go follow us over there and then turn notifications on. I'll see you for the Titanfall streams. Tomorrow, Chris and Nova will be live playing GTA 5 for our members over on geeksandgamers.com. So if you're a member, that would be awesome. Now, again, those are members for geeksandgamers.com, not for this channel, for geeksandgamers.com. So please go and head on over to the forums. You guys have a great night. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for staying for this entire time in the middle of the night. I don't deserve you, but I will continue to do my best to entertain all of you. I appreciate you. Be safe out there. Have a great night. And thank you, Justin, for being here the whole time. And we will talk to all of you later.